Matt Hardy. Thank you for watching the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant and I'm joined today by...
Dom, hi.
Hello, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. It's nice to be back with you.
Yeah, we thought we'd do a watch along for Dynamite because we don't know if something exciting is going to happen tonight, so we thought we might as well catch our reactions if they do. Also, if you're watching in the future, we're about half hour away from the thing, but we'll have timestamps on the start of the event anyway. So if you want to watch back with us, you can. How's your week been, Dom?
Yeah, it's been good, man. I feel like I kind of persuaded you to do this. I know it was an original idea we had, but I was like, with Impact having some of their guys, some of their new guys, Kurt Hawkins, obviously the Good Brothers show up on TV this week for their Tuesday event, and obviously WWE pushing up having the big matches for ratings and stuff like that. I think there's a big announcement teased on NXT tonight from William Regal, which suggests from his wording that he might be retaring or something like that. So
really? Okay.
I think everyone's kind of stepping up their game this week.
Cool.
Because obviously it's it was the contracts, the no compete clauses were up. So I think we're going to see somebody on AEW tonight, which is why I kind of pushed for us to do this.
So basically, you are expecting a reveal on this week's Dynamite?
I am. John Moxley said that something will happen that will appease old school fans and also make a few newer fans happy as well. So I'm thinking, maybe Zack Ryder or something like that, perhaps. But obviously, it's not a definite. But with Impact doing so well off the back of these introductions, I think AEW will want to do something similar. There's been a real buzz around Impact, which I've been really glad to see.
I think the biggest we're going to get is Zack Ryder, and I think there is a small chance. Cody, as I put on the thumbnail, has a mystery opponent tonight. So there's a very small chance, but I also sort of feel like if they were going for anyone in AEW, the people that would have gone for would have been Gallows and Anderson, and they just said in a recent podcast that they didn't even approach them.
No. Well, actually, they did. They approached them earlier.
Yeah, earlier on, but they didn't approach them after there was released.
Before they went back to WWE, but they didn't want to approach them. Obviously, the Bucks were still keen, but a few people in AEW management were still sour on the Good Brothers for not taking that first offer.
I don't know if it was sour or if they've got to be realistic with money. I mean, I don't think there's any suggestion that there was sour that I heard.
I think Meltzer reported it or something along those lines. There's been a source that has reported that that's why they didn't that they didn't end up with the re-sign.
Cool.
So yeah.
Well, there's people in chat. Seth Morgana's in chat. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Appreciate that, dude. Hope all is well.
Good to see you again.
Jack says, Seth, you're a good man. And where's Damien? What, Damien the dinosaur? Man, she's put my bed in a way, so I've just had this white sheet with holes in it that looks like it belongs to a grandma, so I threw that up. Kobe talks about wrestling, says, Hey, Kobe.
You got a Monsters t-shirt on, dude?
Yeah, man.
It's classic.
I love the Monsters, dude.
Classic.
I like it. The entire family are on there. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good, man.
I do love the Monsters. I can't wait for my nephew to get old enough to watch the Monsters, and I'll be like, "Here, dude, sit down, watch this."
I'm repping my Marrying the Ram t-shirt. I don't know if you can see that, but
yeah, man, I can see it.
If anybody's into post-punk, that's my post-punk band. So check out Marrying the Ram. Cheap plug.
So what do you guys think in chat? Do you think there's going to be any surprises tonight? Do you think anything's going to happen tonight? I mean, like I say, I don't think anything will happen tonight. In fact, I thought the card was a little weak, but then they've had 3 stellar weeks of shows the last 3 weeks, Yeah, sort of after Fyter Fest and with Fight for the Fallen as well.
And let's not ignore our stellar 2 streams that we've had. So I feel like we need to round it off with a third. I think we've had a good run of streams, haven't we? So
Well, you know what? They're good to do. It was really nice to chat to people and stuff and watch a bit of wrestling. So, like, we thought we'd give it a go for Dynamite, see how it went, while the sort of world is in current lockdown state. And if you guys enjoy it, we might do it in the future.
while the buzz is around, give me a whole year's live streams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Speaking about live streams, you did an interview today as well, dude.
Yeah. So Gary Ward, who has a lot of history. There are a few things that he can't mention, but he's associated with Wrestle Carnival in the UK now. He has a history as a booker and a promoter for WrestleGate, which was, of course, the site of that Hangman Page and Pac confrontation in the UK.
Yeah, man.
Which is obviously big. And he talked about his sort of favourite matches that he's called, the plans for the Wrestle Carnival, which will take place in Milton Keynes, at least in the first instance, in the UK next year. And also he's doing some work with Ring of Honor. So that was quite cool to see a UK-based guy doing so well within the wrestling community. So the audio of that is now on the channel.
Nice.
We have been and I can't say anything else, but we have a big interview coming up on Wednesday through our friends at Impact Wrestling. It could be one person, it could be another person, but I'm not going to tell you or Anthony
exciting
which person it is. I'm going to leave it until it's done.
Nice. And when's that happening? Next Wednesday?
So that will be out by the end of next week.
So yeah, subscribe to the channel for all of that content. That's exciting.
Will be.
That's a really cool interview if you've managed to get that.
It will be one or the other. It will be a top Impact talent.
Nice. So subscribe to the channel for that. Kobe says Herman has great life lessons. Indeed, Herman does. That is why I want my nephew to watch the Monsters to appreciate classic TV. Jack says surprises are assured. I mean, it's fair enough. Also, don't forget to subscribe for our This Week in Wrestling. That'll be coming out tomorrow. And I think our special guests this week, because you haven't got anyone, that person didn't get back to you, did they?
Not yet, but they will be doing soon.
So this week, our special guest is going to be Kobe, who joins us in the live chat. How are you down with that, Kobe?
I mean, it'd be really, really odd if you'd rather just sprung it on him.
No, I did mention it in the last live stream, and I just forgot to tweet him, to be perfectly honest, because I'm rubbish. I've been watching too much Monsters.
You are springing.
I am sort of springing it on him, yeah. Yeah, but it's free
now.
advertising for the show, man. It's all good. Let us know if you can do that.
Have you met Kobe yet?
Yeah, man.
Like.
Yeah, we met at NXT UK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Kobe's a good dude, man. Very good dude. And he did say we would have him on one of our This Week in Wrestling. And let's be honest, he's had 2 incredible videos this week. So go and subscribe to Kobe. I did retweet one of them out. He's done a Slammiversary review and an Extreme Rules review, which are both done bloody awesome, man. Like over 1,000 views on each, I think now.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, congratulations, dude.
I tip my ginger biscuit to you.
Yeah, Kobe says he's in. See, that's how we do it here. I don't PM anyone or slip in anyone's DMs. I just ask them on live stream, man.
Yeah, good.
It's all done. Kobe is joining us for This Week in Wrestling, which will be out on Friday. So stay tuned for that.
Excellent.
I'm just getting myself all set up this way. Yeah, trying a different one because I was a bit annoyed that I couldn't hear the Extreme Rules very well. So I managed to get it coming out my headphones on my laptop while still playing on my TV, which is awesome. So I can actually sit back and enjoy some wrestling this evening. Jack says he tips his Coke Zero. We normally do it tomorrow, Kobe, if that works for you. I'll send you my details via Skype. Via not Skype. Via Twitter. That's the word. Cool. You doing anything else this week, dude?
Yeah, man. There's loads of stuff going on. I'm working on. I'm training to become a counselor, so I'm working on my college work. Aside from that, I've been doing some big music interviews. Some friends of mine from York, and a really cool indie band called Bull. I've just signed to EMI Records. So we did a chat about that earlier on, and they're the first band from Yorkshire to sign to EMI for a very long time. So
Nice.
it's a very big deal, obviously, because EMI are a massive label. So
They are,
it's
indeed.
great to chat to them earlier on, and I've got a few more music interviews this week
Good for
for
you, man.
Soundsphere magazine. So do check out Soundsphere magazine. Cheap
There we
plug.
go. Jack
Um,
tips his Coke Zero. Are you guys all excited for this week's Dynamite? Like, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy Dynamite every week, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not one of these people. Have you tried watching both of them together, Dom?
Yeah, no, I've never done that. I mean, it's something I'm interested in doing in the future, but I'd like to do maybe one live stream like this with AEW and one maybe event just NXT, and
Oh,
then
I don't
try and
think I could manage it.
I think it'd be
I
weird.
couldn't
I'd need
keep up
like
with everything.
it's different devices. It's having two different
Mm,
devices because we've got the ones we need to record on, which
mm.
is of course, and then I've got an external device where I'm watching the action. So having I don't know about you guys, but having 3 or 4 laptops to me is a bit excessive. So
Well, I know Wrestle Story. They do, because obviously they do the live review straight after Dynamite. Another great podcast you should check out. They do the live review straight away, but they do NXT and AEW, so they watch both at the same time.
have you asked them how they do that?
Yeah, they just said we're young and we can handle the pressure.
No. I mean, how do they logistically do it?
But they just watch it on 2 TVs, or a TV and an iPad or what have you. But they're not recording
Right.
while doing a watch along, so they do the review afterwards. So they just watch it on 2 devices. It's like putting one on your TV and one on your iPad, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, are you interested in doing that? Is that something that you
No, I couldn't manage
do?
it, man. No, I
Yeah.
couldn't manage it. I'm quite happy to just sit back and watch one. And to be perfectly honest with you, like it makes more sense to do AEW Dynamite because the demographic on YouTube, that 19 to 34, is going to be watching Dynamite. So
Of course.
what's
Yeah,
the
of
point
course.
in even doing NXT at the minute? You know, I
Yeah,
go
well,
back and watch the highlights of NXT
I
and
do.
watch
Yeah,
this.
I do think they're going to be working on some surprises. I think we will see some stuff on NXT because obviously the ratings have been down, and as Chris Jericho, as we know, the demo god, has been making a massive deal, and I cannot imagine that Vince is taking that too well.
Well,
So
I
I
think
imagine.
I think a lot of it is him responding to Triple H, you know, because Triple H, like when they hadn't done any interviews about NXT for ages, and then as soon as they won in the ratings, he came out and started talking about the Wednesday Night War and all this rubbish again. And I was just like, you're you're like loving like being the ratings leader for one week, and that's why Jericho's doing this whole demo god, I think, because he's like, you might say you've beaten us, but actually we're beating you in this department, which is the important department,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Do you think that really it matters though? Because obviously WWE are world leaders in wrestling, and so do you think that does it really matter? Because globally, I don't think AEW will ever beat WWE.
Yeah, I think it matters massively because it's about who is it that has NXT USA. It's about them having people watch their channel, and if only 6,000 people in the entirety of America, they were like 50 down on the ratings. Like if they're not managing to sell to advertisers, then why bother? Now WWE can take the hit, sure, but they might have
Mm.
to next time USA offer a renewing of the contract. It might be for a lot less money, and WWE can take that hit, obviously, but it's not
Mm.
good.
No.
WWE is in like this downward spiral right now. Um, Jack says counselling. You're cool. You cool, Dom.
Oh, thanks, Jack. Yeah, I'm 2 years in, and I got one more year to go. So I finish next June, hopefully. Still got a placement to do. Still got some theory to do. But yeah, man, I'm working on it. So thank you very much for your support, buddy.
I don't know how you manage to do it. Like you do these with us, you've got your Soundsphere magazine that you've run, and you do a degree in counselling, as well as having a social life.
Well, the social life's taken a bit of a hit, obviously, recent times. So I've had a little bit more space to do stuff, but
Mm. But at least your partner's really understanding as well. Your partner is cool and sort of allows you to take the time when you need it and appreciates all the work that you do. You know, that's cool.
yeah. I'm feeling a little bit better about how it ended, and I'm excited. I wasn't excited about the Fiend, and I thought they'd buried the Fiend, but now, after reflection and some of the comments that you replied to on YouTube, Anthony, and some of the theories that are coming off the back of that, I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. I'm actually excited for the Fiend and the future of the Fiend and the gimmick.
Yeah, man. We'll see what happens with that. Jack also says, I'm excited for every Dynamite. No, I couldn't do Raw and Nitro back in the day. AEW and NXT, just no. I agree, man. It's too much. And also, the other thing about that is like AEW has so much good stuff in the sort of in the from like the commentary and all that sort of stuff. So it's a show that really deserves listening to a lot of the time, in my opinion. You know, with like Tony Schiavone and Britt Baker and Chris Jericho on commentary doing some awesome stuff. Like NXT, I get you don't really have to watch it and turn the sound up for the promos, really. But AEW feels just a little bit more. So, I'm 32. I can take it, dude. I couldn't take two at the same time. Jack says he met Y2J. He owes me a title shot.
Yeah, I met him one time as well. We did an interview, which you can also check out on Soundsphere, around Fozzy and the touring and stuff. He's a lovely lad. He's got a bit of an ego on him, but he's he's a very intelligent guy and clearly a true entertainer. So I hope your experience with him, Jack, was very positive as mine was. I do have a story about him punching somebody in York because he got right up in his face, right up in his personal space. So I know that some people don't always have the best experience with Y2J.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I think he's doing really well at the minute since leaving WWE is he seems to be able to go from place to place and sort of change himself. Not just, I'm not on about wrestling character and stuff, but be able to handle so many different things, you know, which I think is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Dom, could I just check if you tweeted this out for us, mate?
No, I'm actually just about to. So
Thanks, man.
I turned my phone off in trying to be as organised as possible.
And then
I realised
you turned it back on.
I needed to tweet. So yeah, I'm going to do that now.
Even if he's not champ, but I've been to Jacksonville Jags games. Nice. Rock and roll Jack. Jackson's not a burial, just an odd end. Sashiden, VODs, what's going on, big boys? How are you doing, man? So, if I remember rightly, you do the Fight Pro Wrestling, and you helped us out when we first started doing that on the channel, and you've got a channel that focuses on that. Are you still playing that? I've not seen for a long time, to be perfectly honest.
It's good to see you back.
Thank you so much for joining us, man. I do appreciate it. Gonna watch some AEW tonight. Jack says he deserves his ego. Please say he hit my old landlord. Well, we can always send Chris round and see if he will beat the living daylights out of your old landlord for you.
I'm sure when Fozzy come over to the UK for the UK tour, for the right amount of money, we could get Chris Jericho to do what we wanted him to do.
Not that we have that kind of money.
No.
But yeah, man. How do you think Fozzy's going to work with the wrestling? I mean, he managed it before.
What do you mean, man? He's been making it work for years.
Well, for the last year, but I mean, like touring and
for the last year, he'd been doing it for 10.
I know they have, but whenever he's been on tour before, if he's in the WWE, he goes off TV for X amount of time.
Yeah, and
AEW, he didn't. AEW, he was still touring and doing wrestling on the Wednesdays at the same time.
They're going to be absolutely fine. Trust me, they'll work around him. It's
mad. He's great though. Seen Fozzy? Have you seen Fozzy, Dom?
Many times. Many times.
Sushi Dozen Vod says he's been doing a lot of variety game streams, especially the potential game of the year, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Man, I was gonna buy it earlier on, man. I'm sort of debating whether it's worth, because I'm looking to get the Avengers game and also to the Tony Hawk remake, and obviously that's a ton of money. And while Soundsphere magazine does do game reviews, we've not been quick off the mark to get enough free games recently. So I'm sort of working on what I'm going to spend my money on. So do you think it's worth the money? I've watched a couple of gameplays for the Ghost of Tsushima and it looks amazing. but then I do want to spend my money on the Avengers game, and if I can't get it for free, and also Tony Hawk's. So yeah, what do you think, man? Of those three, which one should I get?
That's an interesting question. I've not seen much of Ghost of Tsushima. Um, in, I'm gonna have to go and watch your channel and see some gameplay of it. That'd be nice to see and see if it's a game that's for me. It was on my radar slightly, but I'm playing through The Last of Us 2 at the minute and sort of taking my time through that, which I don't know if I'm enjoying. It's miserable as all devil, but
It's really bleak, isn't it?
but I like it.
I started playing that as well. Yeah, it's really
Have you
dark.
started playing the second one?
Yeah, no, I started playing the first one. And it's
Oh,
like,
the first one's. Oh, it's
yeah.
way darker than the first one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Right, okay.
the first one's like a comedy story compared to the second one. it's
I'm
dark.
I'm also looking at Control as well. There was another which I think you talked to me about. You recommended, and
Control, I
my
enjoyed Control. Yeah, it's
yeah
on PlayStation Now as well.
my housemate has been very keen to play that, and I really like the look of it. It's very much my style of game. I love like sci-fi and anti-heroes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm quite excited to see what happens. Really.
I don't think I finished it, but I enjoyed what I played. To be perfectly honest, Kobe talks about wrestling. This is nice. This turned into a gaming chat, and I enjoy that. Kobe says he wants to get Far Cry 6. Yes, I'm a massive Far Cry fan.
Oh, Far Cry, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've heard good things, but I've never played one of the games.
Have you not, man? Oh, dude, Far Cry 3 is like outstanding. And then Primal's quite interesting. I enjoyed 5. I enjoyed 4. I'll have to lend you the game, dude. Great games. Great games.
Yeah. Like I said, I really like the premise. A lot of people have raved about them. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. We should maybe do a games chat with that are not wrestling related. One time just to see, because I'm sure we've got plenty of gamers that also.
It sounds like
watch the
everyone in
channel.
chat is a gamer. Seth Morgana says Doom Eternal is pretty good.
Oh, nice, dude.
Not
Yeah.
bothered with that actually.
I've heard good things because obviously we're old enough to. I don't know how old you are, sir.
Yeah, play the original Doom.
We're old enough to play the original Doom, so we got a lot of fond memories. A lot of fun memories of that game and just growing up around that. But the soundtrack to Doom Eternal, man, like I love synthwave and a lot of that kind of heavier sort of soundtrack stuff. I actually make my own under the alias of Dom Sith, sort of style of that music, because I'm such a big fan of the soundtracks for Doom Eternal.
There you go, man. So check out some of Dom's other content, man, because he does a lot of music, and they are Mary and the Ram's great.
Thanks, dude.
As well as Parasitic Twins, you've got that band as well.
I'm glad you like it. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, thanks for the plug, man. But yeah. So Doom Eternal, man, the soundtrack is incredible. But again, we have a lot of good memories of playing the first Doom. Jack says Avengers all the way, man. Well, that's exciting. The Avengers game I'm really excited about because they're putting a lot of free content out. They're gonna be bringing in new heroes every month for free.
I'm half excited. I saw like the new gameplay thing of it, and I was like, actually, it doesn't look that fun.
Right, I've not seen the gameplay trailer for it.
Yeah, they did a new like gameplay thing, and I was like, it all looks a bit like fighting mechanical things, and it just to me. But who knows? I'll wait and see what reviews say. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I just any time I can, play as. I don't know who you can play as right now, but like, if I could play as the Hulk or someone like that.
Hulk, Thor, them sort of things, in it. Yeah. I'm more interested in other characters though. Like,
well, that's what I mean. But they are
Jean Grey.
They are going to be bringing out more characters, which is going to be good. Yeah.
Seth says he'll check out new music for sure. We've got a wrestling question here, so I'm gonna give that priority. And Sushi Dozen Vods says prediction on Cody opponent if it's not Warhorse.
So I mean, you go first, Anthony. What do you think?
I don't think it's going to be someone from the company. I think it's going to be Brian Pillman.
Well, Brian Pillman Jr. has already been on Dark, hasn't
Sorry,
he?
Brian Pillman Jr. Obviously, Brian
Yeah,
Pillman. Yeah, but he's
Brian-
not got a contract. He's not part of AEW, but he's had 2 matches again, which he's lost both of them.
Yeah, he got one. He got one against
Brian Cage.
Wardlow was the other one, I think, wasn't it? And he got killed.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think if they're using him at the minute, there's no reason to not use him again. Who's your prediction? Are you going for a WWE release?
No, because they wouldn't have him lose. I'm not sure who I'm not sure who to predict there, but I think separately we may get a tease at least for Zack Ryder.
Seth agrees with you.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him in a match because obviously he wouldn't want to lose to Cody unless it goes to DQ or something. Kurt Hawkins, Kobe, showed up in Impact last night.
He did.
Rusev, it could be, of course, it could be.
I don't know if he'd still have coronavirus though.
Well, yeah, no, I'm assuming he's been tested and everything now, but
I don't want Rusev on AEW. I'll be honest.
Where do you want him?
I don't care, but I don't want him on AEW. And I tell you why, I think they've got too many big guys already. I know everyone says like AEW is the young, jumpy, flippy flip.
Rusev's one of the biggest names to be released. So where does he go? Does he go back to WWE?
New Japan would be great for him, I think.
Cool.
You know, for me, it's not a great fit with AEW. And I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but for me, there's too many big guys already that sort of. You've got Wardlow, you've got Lance Archer, you've got Jake Hager, you've got all these sort of Luchasaurus. You've already got all these sort of horses, and I don't feel like the division needs another one, personally. Brian Cage, that's just come in as well, as another great example. Sorry, guys, I'm struggling to keep up with all of your comments.
It's good, though. It's good. It's good
thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Kobe says he really wants Far Cry 6 because of Gus Firing, which is the guy from Breaking Bad. Yes, that will be cool. They've had some great villains in the Far Cry game, though, especially Far Cry 3, the definition of insanity. We're about a minute away from Dynamite, guys. So, yeah. Brian Pillman Jr. is a good shout. Thank you, Jack. Kobe says Rey Mysterio. That'd be massive. Jack says Lex Luger. Sashiden says Eddie Kingston would be insane. Yeah, man, that'd be really good. Glenn Hunt, NXT tonight. NXT GM manager. Big announcement coming soon. Bring fans back. Not yet. Date later. Big arena. Thank you so much for joining us, Glenn. We do appreciate you checking us out.
Thank you, Glenn.
We're actually watching AEW tonight on this live stream, but feel free to either watch it at the same time, leave it on in the background, or come back and watch it with AEW when you watch it tomorrow, or whatever. It's entirely up to you. Seth Morgana says New Japan is a great shout. Thank you very much, Seth. Rusev was teased on Impact. He was teased on Impact prior to Slammiversary, but he teased everyone.
But so was everyone. Kurt Hawkins was teased and is joining.
He appeared, didn't he? There's a photo of him all where he's got his "I got fired" shirt on in the style of Heath Slater, which is great.
Yeah, and he also had a vignette, a promo.
Oh, right,
as
yeah.
Well.
Cool.
Yeah, he also had a promo where he was talking, a lot of comments that were made about him, sort of presumably on WWE, were sort of rushing around in his head, and then he was sort of hanging around the ring. You know what I mean? So he was hanging around the ring wearing his face mask, his branded face mask and merchandise. All these kind of voices of doubters from WWE presumably were there. So yeah, it was good to see. Good to see him
I'm just going to pause you there 1 second, Dom, because the titles of Dynamite have just started.
Yes,
so if you're watching in the future, we've just started the titles. Sorry, Dom.
Of course not. It's fine.
Cool. Rock and roll. Yeah. Jack says Far Cry 3 was near perfection. Dude, it was, man. The definition of insanity. It was great. Dude, you've got to play it. It's great.
What's the premise of it? Like, is it just gangsters kind of thing? Or
no, it's like island survival almost.
Okay.
With generally a dictator who's taking over the island. And you have to stop him with guns, but then the animals hunt you, and the animals hunt NPCs and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Wow, yeah, sounds interesting. We've just seen Kip Sabian oiled up in the on a deck chair, in the crowd, which is funny. I I love Kip Sabian. I think he's funny. I think he's really funny.
The mystery isn't going to last for very long. We've got Kobe. Kobe
We
Talks
do
Wrestling.
we
We've
do
got
have
Kobe in
Kobe
the
as well.
chat, and we've got Cody on our screen. Cody.
Yeah, so far I've seen Kip Sabian, I've seen a bit of the crowd, I've seen Arn Anderson and Cody in the ring,
Who's
pulling
coming
for
out?
this challenger. Who's coming out? Okay, let's have a
It
look.
is Eddie Kingston. Who just said it was Eddie Kingston?
Eddie Kingston.
Sushi just said it would be Eddie Kingston.
Nice, but I don't know. He's not dressed in wrestling gear, is he? He's not in wrestling gear.
Oh, he's a good talker, isn't he?
Is he in wrestling gear? Does he look to me? He's got a shirt on and
They
boots.
might announce a match next week, but I suspect he would go.
He might pause it. Yeah, he might play the long game if it's Eddie Kingston.
He grew up around junkies. Wow. What a promo, man.
So what's I know the name, of course, but I'm not entirely sure of how extensive his background is.
I don't know about his history, man. I'm sure Sushi knows more because he said that he was one of the guys that could come. Can't believe you got it, man. Out of all the wrestlers to sort of throw a dart at, you managed to hit it. Well done, dude.
Yeah, well done.
Wow, what a promo.
Yeah.
Can you hear it, dude? Have you got a sound on?
Just briefly.
Yeah,
Just
that's
briefly.
fine. Yeah.
No, I can't hear it. I can't hear it very loud.
Wow. He's like a Taz good promo.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard the name Sushi. Yeah, I'm well done, by the way, for predicting that. That was like out of nowhere.
Right,
Out of
man.
nowhere. How cool are you, mate? And it's a pleasure again to have you back on the channel as well, predicting these things. Maybe, you know, this is why you're here, mate. We need your knowledge.
Wow, he's really upset, Cody. I missed exactly what he said then.
Oh, he's getting in. We're actually going to have a match.
It's a no DQ match. Whoa, no messing about. This is great, man. So Sushi, I'm just gonna call you Sushi, dude. Says he was a big Shakira guy. Nice.
Shakira guy.
Yeah. Whenever.
You're a big Shakira guy.
Oh, massive Shakira fan.
Man, it does remind me a lot of Taz. You know.
He's got a wonderful promo, man.
It's a bit of a lazy comparison, I suppose, but yeah, I'm given that obviously Taz is now in AEW, but yeah.
Yeah, part of the reason I said that though, it's just the way he felt. I assume Sushi that he's from New York. The lottery numbers are 696969. Jack's asking what the lottery numbers are just because, you know, he just gets it right instantly.
Yeah, nice. Maybe Sushi's our good luck charm. Maybe we'll have a really good episode of Dynamite.
Nice, man.
Because Sushi's here, yeah. And it looks promising so far.
He's great. I hope he's joined because like him as a promo guy against Cody would be a wonderful feud.
Do you think this goes to a finish? Do you think? Because obviously Eddie Kingston has a great reputation. Do you think there's a pin here, or do you think it's a because you can't DQ with it being no DQ obviously, yeah.
There will be something silly that happens because my biggest problem with Cody Rhodes is that he always overthinks the endings to matches. Always.
Yeah.
It's always something like really, you know.
Wait, Jack gets confused for Shakira often. I can see that, Jack, actually. Yeah, your hips don't lie. I mean, your hips are about as good as my hips, but yeah, I mean, they don't lie. That is for sure. Oh, yeah. Welcome, Maven.
It's Minnie M. Welcome. Thank you for joining the chat, Maven. So Maven right now is watching AEW, NXT, taking notes for a review show later on, and also watching us.
Did you notice the whipping callback?
Yeah, man.
Cody was like gritting his teeth, a bit like the MJF stuff.
Yeah, man. Great. Oh, we're getting the
Yeah.
concrete exposed daily.
Okay.
What a cracking start, man.
What is this Gargano Champa? Right, so Sushi's got a bit of background from Eddie Kingston. So great promo worker, pure brawler, nice. No reputation with indie guys for his toughness. That makes a lot of sense. He was also on NWA before Shutdown, had an Impact run with LAX. Maybe I have seen him in that. Guys,
sorry, go on.
no, but like I say, this is my first real exposure to Eddie. So
That's why this Cody title reign has been great so far. They've just brought guys into the company, showcased them, and then I think that's wonderful. I think that's really cool, and especially in this era where we're sort of wrestlers don't have the income that they would have because of indie promotions and stuff like that not being there. So to get a payday from doing a match with Cody, wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Kobe says Keith Lee's just made a huge announcement. Kobe, if you want to.
Kobe, you can put it in chat if you want. That's fine by me.
Put it in chat. Obviously, if anybody's reading that doesn't want to know what happens on NXT, then obviously, as much as it pains us, you can leave and come back if you like.
Or avert your eyes from the chat.
Avert your eyes. We don't want to. We would love to have you stay with us, but
Minnie M don't care. Minnie M's like watching like 5 things right now.
Absolutely. So Kobe, if you want to let us know, please do in the comments.
Multitasking. Seth says, "Hello, Maven." Maven's awesome, Seth. If you haven't seen Maven before, she's got a YouTube channel called The Wrestle Story. They do reviews straight after shows. Really fantastic, man. Awesome channel. We've had him guest on the podcast a few times. Definitely check him out.
Ricky Starks was great too.
Exactly.
Sushi says, yeah, absolutely. That was fantastic. You were really high on. You were really high on Ricky Starks, weren't you?
It was a great match. Yeah, it was a great match.
I think
with a really dodgy ending.
I think Taz is meant to be really interested in Ricky Starks for like a potential stable as well, which should be really exciting. Obviously, to have Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in there, I think that's great.
It would be good, man.
Oh, so yeah, Kobe says Keith Lee has relinquished the North American Championship. So I guess cool. that'll be another tournament. That'll be a tournament that'll be very competitive. So we'll see.
Could be a good tournament that as well, with like Finn Balor and Gargano in and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Other than this, I think the biggest surprise opponent so far for Kobe was Ricky so
Starks,
far.
Yeah.
But this match has been really good. Eddie's obviously the way he's looking at the camera while beating him down is great, man.
He does have. I mean, it's again. I make that Taz comparison. He's very, very much in a similar vein and style.
Being very disrespectful to Arn Anderson, but Cody's really working his leg. He's been limping around a lot, so I'm guessing.
Ooh, great sell of that clothesline there from Cody Rhodes. Yeah,
Cody's great at selling, man.
We're gonna get a lot of Kobe's and Cody's mixed up for this match.
Sushi says he's seen the dark matches from Ricky Starks. His flamboyant mannerism for his entrance, I think, is fantastic. I haven't watched any of Dark since Ricky Starks been in it, so I'll probably have to go check it out. Thank you for recommending that, dude. Seth says he's just subscribed to the Wrestle Story. That's awesome. Thank you so much, dude. The Wrestle Story are honestly great. Like after this, not long after this is finished, they'll have an NXT AEW review similar to this, really, where they'll just talk to you and chat and just have a good time. And they're really, really nice people.
Yeah, it's a family as well. It's a lovely, lovely thing. Family.
Man.
YouTubers. So
man.
It's great to have that kind of family connection there.
Indeed, it's sorry. The podcast itself is a father and daughter who do wrestling shows, and it's great. It's really good fun.
Yeah, we kind of connected with them and rode their coattails to
Indeed.
success.
Well, it's been a good match so far, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
It makes sense. I think that's what I like about Cody matches until the endings.
Yeah, you were
Really
saying
going for that,
he
like,
overthinks them a lot. Yeah.
he really does, man. He really does. You watch, there'll be something real goofy at the end of this.
Oh man, yeah, they both look really tough right now.
Mm. Yeah, he's... Oh, hello, Blow. It's no DQ.
Oh, pretty cute.
No DQ. Oh, he's really going after Arn. He's really
Yeah,
taunting Arn. I tell you what, how this is going to end. Because Cody's turning heel soon, I tell you.
yeah,
Arn's going to come in and spine buster Eddie. And that's how this match is going to end.
yeah,
I think we're going to get Arn doing the spine buster. Because he's really tormenting him, isn't he?
yeah, absolutely. Or do you think he's going to distract Arn and then Arn's going to come in and get involved, be a bit more physical?
I think Arn's going to spine buster
So
him.
yeah, you're just going to do the spine buster, yeah.
Yeah. Like the Taker match. When he came out and spine busted Taker when his match against Ric Flair. Here we go. Thumbtacks is this?
Could be.
Thumbtacks in the first match. What is this? And it is. And it is.
Wow.
I believe that's the first time we've seen thumbtacks on AEW.
That's interesting.
Cody's going to be bleeding by the end of this match. This is awesome.
I tell you what, I love Sonic Kiss. I think Sonic Kiss is fantastic.
I'm a big fan of Sonic Kiss, yeah.
I just saw Sonic Kiss in the crowd and I was like, that's awesome.
Is he going to go in? No.
I think he's going to reverse it. Oh, crossroads onto the thumbtacks, maybe?
Do you reckon? No way.
Oh.
Oh, Eddie's such a good seller as well.
He's got the tacks in his boot. Oh.
Woo! Powerbomb.
Oh, no. Oh, right on there.
Knew Cody was ending in him, man. Cody just takes everything. I knew he'd be bleeding by the end of this match.
Right on there. He took it straight as well. Like, you don't often do that. You don't often, you get maybe a bit of them, one or two of them, or maybe a selection, but like straight down on there.
It didn't look like, you know how thumbtacks a lot, they have like the cut off ends on them as well. It didn't look like there was many of them in that when he released the bag. Cody's mad. Cody is mad.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I got a rush of adrenaline there, did Cody?
Yeah, he hit the ring rope with the thumbtacks in his back. Ouch. No Tony, as Vince hates them and he's more involved with NXT now. Maybe so, Jack. His latest match on the recent Dark, he fought a much bigger opponent, and it surprised everyone in the crowd how it went down. I'll have to check it out. Ricky Starks on Darkman. Well, the Double or Nothing 2009 Aiden made no sense. It didn't. Maven says thumbtacks as he tapped out to the figure four. Yeah, thought that might be how it ended. Well, the Double or Nothing. I don't know how Cody's not a heel. He's turning heel, man. He's been really heelish these last few weeks. That was the least heelish I've seen him be, to be perfectly honest. Sushi says there's a lot of thumbtacks on Cody's boots. Oh man, it's gonna hurt to walk, Dom.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. He's done really well there. That was a good match.
Yeah, take the thumbtacks out now so we at least get to see the blood. Good lad. What a match to start off Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Eddie Kingston. Good camera work as well, pushing the camera away there.
Cody's got like a really bad cut on his lip there as well.
Mm.
What did you guys think of that match? It'd be great to hear your thoughts on it in chat. We got 7 people watching, and that's awesome. Thank you
Awesome.
for
Yeah.
watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Really helps us out.
Yeah.
Really helps
Yeah.
us out.
That's a really good image as well there, Cody, with the belt and the bleeding. You know, it's very triumphant, isn't it?
He's always bleeding and cheering with a bell. He's got that Ric Flair white hair as well. All right, we're into the adverts. What do you think of that, dude?
Yeah, really impressive, man. Really impressive.
Really good, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
any match at
absolutely.
Extreme Rules.
Absolutely. I'm gonna take the ad break as a time to go to the bathroom. So
All right,
leave.
dude. No
I'll
worries.
be back with you very shortly.
No worries. See you in a minute, man. Yeah, Jack says they look the real deal. I think they were. There's a lot of thumbtacks on Cody's boots. There is. Sushi says there is a hard find for the match online, but Kingston versus Chris Hero was 2007 match of the year for the IWA Mid South. Sushi, if you can find a link to that match, put it in chat and let everyone else see it as well, man. That'd be awesome. It sounds like a good match. Hero was great, especially back then. Maven says super enjoyed it. It was awesome. What an awesome start to the show. It was probably, apart from maybe the Sasha and Asuka match at WrestleMania, it was at Extreme Rules, it was probably better than most of that show, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, Jack says very good open. I thought it was. Brody Lee also had a banger with Kingston a long time ago. Would that have been with CCW when he was there? I wonder if Kingston has Eddie Kingston's been in CZW. Oh, I can't listen to these American adverts. Very good. Well, thank you all for joining us. We do appreciate it. Like I say, our lass is in bed at the minute, so I'm trying to keep it down because she's at work in 5 hours' time. So if I want to carry on doing these live streams, I better not wake her up, eh? Jack says, "See you, Dom." He's only gone to the toilet. You could have wished him luck, maybe. Maybe it could do with luck going to the toilet. Cool, guys. So, is there anything else? You see, I thought this was a really weak card for AEW, but that was great. So, who knows what else I've got planned? That's the thing with AEW. Like, it's always advancing stories. That's why I watch it and not in NXT, because it's always advancing stories in a sensible way. It's so easy to watch. When Dom says let's do a watch along, I was like, yeah, can do. I mean, it probably would have been a better idea to have done it last week or the previous 2 weeks, but here we are. And like I say, if you guys enjoy it, we can certainly do more in the future. All good. It's nice just watching wrestling and having people to chat to, you know? Yeah, Jack really wants to see that match as well, Sushi. If you can find it, feel free to put a link to it. I don't think anything will stop you, but if it does, I'm sure Jack might be able to verify it as a mod and stuff like that. So, awesome. Here we go, and we are back on Dynamite. For the first time we've seen thumbtacks in AEW. Cody's just taking really nasty spots every week, I tell you.
Did I miss anything?
No. A load of American adverts. The Young Bucks versus the Butcher and the Blade tonight. That should be alright, but I was more excited by last week's FTR and the Lucha Bros.
Yeah, falls count anywhere though. That's good.
Cool.
For,
Hangman versus 5. Eva Lissy and
Eva
Diamante.
Eva Lise.
Eva Lise, is it? Sorry. I reckon Diamante.
Oh yeah, MJF as well.
Just in action. It'll be a squash match and then an awesome promo knowing him.
Ah yeah, Jurassic Express versus Hager and Jericho. I quite like that. That's pretty good.
It's okay, yeah. It's okay. But we've had 3 weeks of like amazing sort of headliners, you know, from Jericho and Cassidy to Moxley and Cage, you know. There we go. Here's Moxley.
I love his promos, man. His little arm movements and stuff. I
He's
always
good.
love
He's
that.
good. He doesn't excite me as a champion, though. Again, I don't know if he needs the belt. Oh, nice promo. I do
Yeah,
feel like he's slightly better at chasing a belt, though. I even felt that in WWE.
yeah, maybe.
You know, but hey ho. Maven says, I love when they use thumbtacks. Thumbtacks are great. Laugh out loud. Thumbtacks are great, man. Mick Foley, amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sushi says, I'm very curious with Virtual Basement's independent wrestling game. They've got quite a lot of
yeah.
names signed onto it as well at the minute, so that is quite interesting. I guess it depends. We need to see a bit more. Um,
Absolutely.
I'll go back into the comments after this. Oh, it's Griff Garrison.
Oh yeah, he was on Being the Elite
Oh, was he?
this week. Yeah, yeah. Brody Lee was freaking out, going, "Who the f is Griff Garrison?"
He's like Jungle Boy's older brother. Jungle Man. You see, I told you. It's like his older brother. Cartman impression there from MJF. MJF is amazing, man.
He is his best heel at the moment in wrestling.
Mm. Oh yes, and it was to Griff Griffin's younger brother, Jungle Boy. Oh, devastating blow with the microphone there. Devastating. Ah, demolished. I don't think MJF will take anything in this match.
Are they related? I'm pretty sure they were.
No, they're not. No,
Yeah.
he's taking the mick out of him, saying that he looks like Jungle Man instead of Jungle Boy. That's great. I'll go back to the comments. Thumbtack's been used on AEW before. Moxley versus Janela. Moxley atomic dropped Janela's bare feet into tacks. He did. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Sushi. I was because one example I was trying to think of was the Omega and Moxley match, but they used Blast, didn't they, instead of thumbtacks out of the bag. What was on? Was that on pay-per-view? No, it wasn't on pay-per-view. Oh, yeah, Fyter Fest it was actually. Fyter Fest was at pay-per-view last year.
I've got to say, like, it's the first time I've really taken in an MJF match, and he's very Randy Orton, isn't he? In his style.
Yeah, it's like Randy Orton that cares. Randy Orton seems to care at the minute. He's doing a really good job as well. It's just when he don't care, he's rubbish. We've got a video action.
Even the look and the feel, though, of MJF now is very early Randy Orton all over, you know?
Yeah.
Like his moveset, his demeanor.
I think he's even better, though, because they're letting him talk.
Well, obviously, yeah, but Randy Orton, when he first came out, when he was MJF's age, you know, people were saying all these wonderful things about Randy. So I think if MJF can have a
but they do silly things like make Randy face. Randy should never be face anyway. Sushi says, check out Virtual Basement on Twitter. They have tons of 3D scans on indie wrestlers, and they look fantastic. It will be
Yeah,
on the next gen consoles. Yeah, I believe Vankin Size Gamer has a couple of exclusives on it as well. So go check out his channel, Jack, if you're interested in that.
yeah, I'm really excited about it. There's been a few sort of ups and downs for the franchise or developing franchise because I think some people have been pulled
Have they? From
from the
Virtual
game.
Judgment? Have
Yeah,
they? I didn't know.
some impact talent, but
Oh, right.
there's still some incredible talent on there for sure.
It depends what the game looks like. It depends how it plays, man. There's such an open market in wrestling games at the minute because 2K has been diabolical recently. And if
Mm.
someone makes a fun, entertaining wrestling game, then they're going to take a huge chunk of that market.
Mm.
Kobe says he's calling it a night. Good evening, everyone. I might have
Hi,
to do
mate.
the video later in the day tomorrow because I'm celebrating a birthday.
Cool.
Well, enjoy your birthday, man. Happy birthday from both of us, dude.
Is it
That's awesome.
is that your birthday or are you celebrating
Oh, yeah, I
somebody
suppose
else's
it could not
birthday?
be. Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you soon.
Cool.
Apparently there's a hashtag MJF better than you.
Yeah, so AEW do this thing in the video and picture, and the idea is to get you to watch, and you can win a Zoom call with Chris Jericho if you tweet that and stuff like that. Jack says I'll get on that after stream. Yeah, check it out, man. I mean, there's not been much gameplay footage that I've seen just yet, but it sounds like it's supposed to be good. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
Sushi says Orton on Twitter is fantastic too.
Oh,
It is when
he's
he cares.
yeah. I think you're sort of alluding to the fact that he doesn't really, as he's got older, he seems to care less about just the matches in general,
Yeah.
unless he's working with someone that he loves working with. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
Well, Jeff Hardy feud was really good last year, and there are great. Right, so MJF's taken nothing this match. Cheers, Kobe. Thanks for joining us, friend.
Yeah. Good night, mate.
Oh, poor Griff. Oh, it was Wardlow that lost.
Mm.
This is great.
It's like an I quit match.
Not seen one of them in a long time, man.
Oh, he just that's good. Look at the kid; he's fighting. Yeah, apparently he was quite entertaining. On well, from what I saw, he was very entertaining
Who
on
is, sorry?
Griff. It was very entertaining on being the elite. So I'm pretty sure we'll see him again. He seems to have a good relationship with the Bucks.
This is a big angle for him to be in. I know he's just getting that backside kick, but put him on dark, and this is great. This is great. MJF's a bully, and I love it. Oh. MJF, no messing about now. He got his cheap clothesline while MJF was showing off. What's he doing? Wow, that was awesome. I don't think I've seen him do that before.
Yeah, like a pile driver DDT.
It was like a pedigree off the second rope. A draping pedigree is what that was like. Cool.
Liked
Kobe
it.
says it was someone else's birthday. Oh well, cool.
Yeah, it
Um,
was like a cool pile driver. I thought real interesting.
yeah, man. I don't think I've seen him do that before. I'll be honest. It's cool. I like it. A great end to the match, and Reba.
Britt Baker's fantastic as
She's
well.
great, yeah. So last week she got something thrown in her face, I think, by Big Swole, and she's broke her nose. I assume that them nose images that we saw is from the Hikaru Shida match she had a while ago. Makeup's really good as well.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a great shirt, man, that's like Gene Simmons, but it says Brit instead of Kiss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, great, really good.
Oh, is that what it is, Jack? The Pepsi plunge? Is that a CM Punk move?
It's rule number 1, Dom.
What? It's really annoying me, given my job, that why is role model spelt wrong on a T-shirt?
I don't know.
Spelled correctly when she writes it down. What's with the roll, as in bread roll?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember the menagerie, Suji. Yeah. That was Mike Knox, wasn't it? And I'm pretty sure Crazy Steve was in there for a bit because it was kind of like whatever Rosemary's faction with Abyss and Crazy Steve was, but light, the kind of lighter version of that, the budget version of whatever. Oh, Decay.
Wow. They're really trying to get Brick back for All Out. That's awesome.
Oh, wait. Brian Cage promo.
ICW's game unfortunately cancelled. Shame, it looked fun. MJF is great. Mini M, he's great. He's really good. What an entertaining match that was for a squash match. Why can't every squash match be that entertaining?
Are we going to see the... So we got Brian Cage out here. We got the highlights of Darby Allin's return. Are we going to see...
It'll be Darby Allin confronting him, won't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that happened on Dark. Ah,
right.
Cool. Good. Players are doing highlight packages for Dark instead of just telling us. I quits. I don't miss after seeing Foley family on Beyond the Mat. Yeah. Pepsi plunge. Yeah. The menagerie you mentioned.
Yeah, that's a really good. Yeah, that's a really, really good move. The CM Punk Pepsi plunge.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Menagerie, Knox, Rebel, Crazy Steve, The Freak. Oh, yeah, Rob Terry. Rob Terry, I'm sure he's from the UK, right? Rob Terry. Yeah, Darby winning the FTW title would be good, man, Suji, because it's like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then Brian Cage could move on to be maybe a world title challenger again. I think he'd probably be a very good fit for that title.
What, the world title? I don't know. So Taz is explaining why he threw the towel in on the match last week.
I love Taz on a promo.
He's great. He's great. They've got some wonderful promos in AEW. Cody is one of the best face promos. Incredible. So Taz is basically explaining why he
threw the towel.
Why he threw the towel in, and that he didn't want to see his bicep get torn again. I don't really want to see Darby Allin and Brian Cage, and I tell you why. I can't see Darby winning that.
No, I don't think so.
Here he is.
He's a fan favorite though, so I think people will respond to the.
There's no one there to respond.
Well, yeah, but online, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky Starks is coming in. You see, that's a better feud, I think, Ricky Starks and Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Earlier again, Sushi was like predicting everything right. Um, oh no, no, oh, Darby's dead. Oh, check out them shoes, man. What the devil are those? They're like slippers in the ring. Nice.
Oh, that's a nice finisher.
Mm. Oh, and they're not gonna hurt him with his skateboard.
It's got Brian Cage's
Oh,
face
he's
on it,
just
hasn't it?
deadlifting him up. That's the thing with Darby Allin. Moxie's coming to help out. Now this would be interesting. Oh, he's got a baseball bat with barbed wire on it.
Nice.
I'd be down for this feud, man. I'd be down for this as a tag team, big time.
What, Moxley and Darby?
Yeah, versus Cage and Thingy. I think that'd be a really
Yeah.
great match.
So do you think that Cage and Moxley go against each other, and then so you put Starks and Darby together?
I'd like to see that. Yeah, just because I think Cage has to go over the next feud.
What if, say,
I could just watch the tag matches and watch them lose.
Cage wins the championship, gives Starks the FTW title?
No, I don't want Cage with the championship just yet.
Right. What's the point of the FTW title? Does he hold it till the end of his career?
Well, in theory,
Yeah.
Taz owns it, so you can do whatever you want to it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it could, but other people have held it. So again,
Only
I
a
think
couple. Yeah.
what's this? 16 women, 8 teams, a women's tag tournament. Cool. Okay.
Nice. The Women's
can go
Tag
with
Team
that.
Cup. Nice.
Right, I'm gonna go to toilet while this is on, dude.
Cool. Yeah, no
but that
worries.
might mean we get to see more of Abaddon.
Yeah,
I want to see more of Abaddon.
You like the zombie character, right?
I love a dead girl.
You and I are both walking cliches. You know that, don't you?
I know, right? With his Monsters t-shirt on. Right. Keep talking to Dom dudes while I go to the toilet.
Yeah. So May even said. So we got okay. Let's go back up. So we'll pass the. Susie talked me through the menagerie. Absolutely, I thought it was like it was a good faction. The intention was there, but obviously never got the attention it deserved. Darby winning the FTW title wouldn't hurt, absolutely, but I'm inclined to agree with Anthony. In my head, it'd be great to have Darby win and beat Cage, but because I'm a Darby Allin fan personally, but of course that doesn't really make sense to have Darby go over Cage. So I think sort of Anthony's idea about them doing a few tag team matches, Moxley, Darby, and Starks and Cage would be good, and perhaps a Darby Starks feud and a Moxley Cage feud would be cool. Yeah, so that'd be good. Taz is amazing, makes me want to watch more ECW stuff. Yeah, Maven. His promos are incredible, and his voice doesn't age, like Jack says. He's just great, and I still think that one of my favorite WWE moments is actually when Taz debuted in WWE. That was incredible, and I love that theme music as well that he had. Darby's board looks amazing. Yeah, I think he has them custom made. I think it's probably going to be something he does for every feud, similar to like a Rick Rude on the tights, but with a skateboard, because that board that he has now is catering to Brian Cage, so it's got Brian Cage's face on it, mixed with the skull. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Jack, I recommend you do a mini ESP is Danny feud. I'm not sure what that means, dude. Just clarify for me. Cage and Darby have some chemistry, says Susie. Back in 2016, they have tangled before and evolve. I'll have to watch that, but I actually quite liked some Evolve matches. I watched a Darby Velveteen Dream match a few months ago. Obviously, it depends what you think of Velveteen Dream now, but that match itself was very, very good. So yeah, there's some good stuff on Evolve. Right. Okay. Does his voice don't age? Yep, absolutely. I'll have to check it out. Maven, what are you checking out? Oh yeah, Taz ECW stuff, I assume. Also if you're wondering why Starks is helping, it's because on his matches on Dark, he would make friendly gestures towards Taz, and Taz acknowledged it. So
So are you
yeah,
saying that Starks was flirting with Taz?
they've
He
obviously
was blowing him a kiss, and Taz
they
was
want
going, "Ooh."
they want him to be a part of this faction, is what I think Sushi's saying.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
Um, Jack says, "You do, then give me money." What am I giving you money for, dude? Sorry, man. It's like, as you well know, it's 1:40, it's 1:45. I am tired, so bear with me. So what am I giving you money for? I mean, I'll happily give you my money. I trust you. But what was it for again? Maven, why does NXT suck so much? Does it, or are you working us? Are you working us? Are we missing something massive, Maven? What's William Regal's announcement? I don't think it's that bad, but Anthony does not like NXT.
I
So
like NXT. I just prefer this.
yeah, right, okay. So good luck, Ant, because Vincent Kennedy is exec producing. COVID is a huge reason too, maybe. Oh, right, okay. Because why does NXT suck so much? Okay, yeah. Right, Velveteen Dream versus Orange Cassidy was a thing on Evolve and may never happen again. Absolutely, it was. I watched that match too. It's a great match, very, very worth everybody's time, as is a lot of Evolve stuff. Um, so I think it's been bought by WWE now, so maybe we'll get to see some of those Evolve matches on the network.
Mm.
Jack Memorial's Sabu feud. I love Sabu, and that Taz Sabu feud is incredible. Watching Sabu matches, and even his time in WWE actually was cool. Sabu is obviously, he has his demons, and it's caused him a lot of problems over the years, but one of the greatest of all time. Certainly as a hardcore competitor, he'd never end up in the WWE Hall of Fame, of course, but certainly deserves to be in the
Recognized.
hardcore Hall of Fame, which is obviously a thing. Um, I think he's already in it, to be fair. Sabu, actually, funnily enough, is one of the only other people to hold the FTW title.
Yeah, him
So
and
yeah,
didn't Sandman hold it as well?
you think so, yeah.
I think so. So Jericho just said that the reason he's fighting the Jungle Express is because they found it real funny that his jacket got ruined last week by Orange Cassidy.
All right, maybe we're going to see John Moxley callback. With Orange Cassidy taking place of Dean Ambrose or John Moxley.
Yeah, maybe, man. So he's going to make Luchasaurus extinct.
The Butcher and the Blade. Cooking.
They're obviously hygiene. They're washing their hands. That's great. Is this a backstage brawl then? What's this?
Yeah, falls count anywhere, right?
Cool. Taking the pinnies off. I respect that. I don't know if they've got the blade right. Like the whole mask thing that he has is really cool, but then they don't do that a lot of the other time as well.
Yeah, I think it's the Butcher that's in Every Time I Die, isn't it? He's the guitarist in Every Time I Die.
I
Of
believe
course,
it is, yeah. Yeah, he's the
very
bassist, isn't
popular,
he?
very popular metal band.
Wow.
Ooh, that's nice. I really like the look of is the Blade the one with the blonde? I can never Blade's blonde hair, right?
No, the blade is the bald one.
Well, he's not bald. He's got
Oh
blonde.
well, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah.
he's,
I really like his look. I think it's very cool.
yeah, he comes out with like normally with like the mask on with the little button eyeball. It's really cool.
Right, Evolve's on the network around Christmas according to WWE. That's going to be awesome. Thanks for checking that, Jack. That's really cool. Sushi NXT was great until the same rinse and repeat formula with rivalries and match endings kind of made it stale. Yeah, man, I can see
Agree,
your
man.
point there. 90% of what's on NXT just doesn't feel important. So what are we missing on NXT that's any good, Maven? Just keep us in the loop. What do you think?
I'll tell you what NXT's missing. It's missing cohesive storytelling. Like
Mm.
it's matches that mean something and sort of have a flow.
But is
And
that down to what was said earlier that NXT, yeah, it's it's being produced by I nearly said VKM. I nearly said Vincent
No,
Kennedy, my man.
no,
Is
because
that
it's been doing it for months. For months, it's had. I think NXT for me went downhill when it became a 2-hour show. I really do. I preferred it as a
yeah,
1 hour sort of cohesive story.
yeah.
Mm.
I actually like stuff like this because the Butcher and the Blade, we've seen them a lot, and we've seen the Bucks a lot, and we've seen Butcher and the Blade lose a lot. So this kind of takes them. They could potentially win here,
I love the fact
because
that the
this.
Butcher's still wearing his pinny.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Me
great,
too.
man.
Reminds me of old Bray Wyatt. We had where he had
Yeah, yeah.
the pinafore.
And the match as well, like this is like an old WWE backstage brawl, not some sort of highly
Yeah,
produced
I'm.
sort of
I, yeah, I'm really disappointed because obviously they had the Bunny, the Butcher, and the Blade initially, and I think you commented on this to me once. I'm really disappointed that they've gone on to have Ali now teaming with
the Nightmare Collective.
the Nightmare Collective, because it doesn't. She
It
was
come
meant
out
to
of
sit.
nowhere. She's apparently dating QT Marshall. I think that's storyline.
A
But there was no sort
storyline.
of reason for it. It was just sort of, yeah. But whatever. I mean, as long as they do something good. I don't think she was adding anything to the Butcher and the Blade, to be honest. So I don't think they miss her. So
Mm. I'm really interested to
nice.
see what the Butcher and the Blade can do in the future and where they're going to go, because they've not been made to look very strong over their tenure. They look like bad bottoms. They look beefy and hard hitting, but they've really not been. They lose a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you got the Bucks, and the Bucks, whatever you say about them, they are a good tag team, and they do win a lot.
I don't think they'll go anywhere. I think they'll stay in AEW. I think everyone that's in AEW will do everything
No,
they can
that's not what I'm saying. That's
all
not what
right.
I'm trying to get to.
In
What I'm
terms of where
saying
they'll
is,
go in the future.
yeah,
And
in terms
you
of.
just need a feud to turn it around. That's all. You need an interesting feud that turns it around. And don't forget the important thing right now isn't the Butcher and the Blade and the Bucks. The important thing is FTR and the Bucks. And even this match will be partly telling that story by the end of the match, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, their feud in total has been a bigger part of the storytelling of
Mm.
FTR and the Bucks. Look at last week. The Bucks came out at the end of FTR's match against the Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, these guys are just having fun, aren't they?
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Got baking trays,
Taking
tables.
trays into the
Sorry,
table.
guys. I'll
Yeah.
get to your comments after the match. I am enjoying this. It really does feel like Attitude Era backstage brawl.
Like hardcore.
Yeah, the WWE can't even do that anymore. Everything they do
It's
has
actually
flight cases everywhere, and it's in one location.
it's actually really cool. I did catch on Twitter. I saw that Hardcore Holly was on the bump this past week,
Oh, was it cool?
talking about some of his hardcore matches and stuff. So, and his time with Al Snow and things like that. So, there's obviously a lot of nostalgia for that. That time.
Mm. Well, I've really enjoyed this match so far, and I like the way they've ended it going into the break as well, with the Blade just slowly going up the escalator. Let's hope he gets off before he gets caught in the top and gets dragged around and gets sucked into the elevator. Let's go straight into comments. Sushi says WWE is likely getting ICW in progress. Yeah, you talked about that, didn't you? No, just Taz and Sabu in ECW had the FTW belt. My fault. Sushi, maybe I've heard that years. Yeah. NXT fell flat before January for me. It's been on a downhill roll since then. Yeah, again, for me, like NXT was always something that I'd watch up to a takeover and then it'd lose my interest, but then I'd watch another takeover and I'd be watching it weekly again. So, but right now, it's just nothing's really appealed to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think weekly wrestling for me, as much as a fan I am, obviously with, like Anthony, normally in normal circumstances, we work really, we work quite demanding jobs, and I think that, I think me and you have gone into takeovers in the past with we've maybe seen a couple of highlights and stuff, even pay-per-views. That's normally what we do.
Yeah.
Because something has to really invest you. And I think if, as we've been very privileged, touch wood, in our lockdown to not have lost, not have family taken ill and things like that. And we are using this time to build the podcast up a bit and do stuff like this live stream. I mean, this normally just wouldn't be feasible for myself or Anthony.
No.
Because we'd be working, late hours and early mornings, etc., etc. So, it is a joy, but purely for the novelty, I think, to be able to do this. There's probably, for not much longer, we're going to be able to do this stuff. So it's, well, fingers crossed, even, because hopefully things will go back to quote unquote normal. But I think to sit through something weekly and then watch the pay-per-views, it's a lot of time.
It's a massive investment.
Time. It's a lot of energy, and I
you
think,
guys all know that,
Yeah, of course you guys do. Yeah, the people watching do. But right now, since we are on a Wednesday night and we have just had a weekend of wrestling, I'm actually pretty buzzed to be watching AEW. AEW does excite me. NXT, there needs to be new, fresh stuff on there. You know how you've got AEW bringing in, even if it's just a jobber, quote unquote, new talent all the time coming in, and NXT just doesn't do that. You know what I mean?
For me, it's all about story. They're just not telling the stories. And for me, this is 2 hours of wrestling that tells a lot of stories. And I can watch this, and I watch this every week. I don't just watch the highlights because there's so much in this show.
I forget that you actually do, because even in your normal...
Yeah, even when I'm working, I will take time to watch AEW, even if it's not on the night,
It's such a shame, because I'd like to contribute to the I'd like to contribute to the ratings more over here in the UK, but the issue we have, of course, here is because of the time, and we
it's not on any of our sort of TV or anything like that.
I think there is somebody has it's ITV, isn't it? That has
ITV have it, but they only play it on a Sunday.
Right.
So to get this, you obviously have to have Fight TV or be illegal.
So I think
NXT was amazing when it was 1 hour, Seth says. Sushi says the Butcher, Andy Williams, is a guitarist for the metalcore band Every Time I Die. I think you said something else earlier.
Sushi can... No, I said Every Time I Die, trust me. Sushi can be another member of our fact-checking team.
Indeed, man. That's cool. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, welcome
Attitude
aboard.
Hardcore brawls just don't hold up. No, they're not as good as we remember them being. Seth Morgan's, well, you guys do a great job. Thank you so much, Seth. It means a lot, man. We really appreciate that. It's wonderful having positive feedback. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool to have you back, buddy.
It is, man. Sushi says, AEW to me has been great, and there are for sure a few nitpicks. Cough, cough, needs more women's matches.
100%
I'd be done with that.
Sushi, yeah.
But AEW would have things, no matter how small, tie in full circle with storytelling. Yeah.
All right.
Even the women's matches, and they've got so much better in the past year, like so much better.
Yeah.
Especially with Hikaru Shida as champion now, which is she's outstanding.
Absolutely. I got a question, because obviously Jack's with us a lot, and Maven, but for Seth and Sushi, give me a couple of your, maybe 2 or 3 AEW versus WWE dream feuds. Who would you put in? So a guy from AEW and a guy from WWE, or a woman from AEW and a woman from WWE. Give me Sushi and Seth. Give me some dream feuds. So just so I can get a sort of a vibe on what you're into. Whoa,
wow.
Somersault plancha was ace, but it completely missed the table.
Missed anything to catch him with.
I mean, that was great.
Matt obviously had injured ribs not long ago as well. So
yeah, that was really cool.
Look nasty.
Yeah.
Jack says ITV4 has it on Friday night, but it's not the same. I mean, the thing is, like, as wrestling, sports entertainment, but it's still a sport, and all of the he just threw that chair at his head.
Ooh.
All the content that we sort of view on YouTube and people talking about it and having a wrestling channel, like, you have it spoiled for you within a day anyway,
Yeah.
if you log on to YouTube. So Oh, I think they definitely need to come up with, even if it was ITV at this time of night, that'd be great. What
I
else
mean,
are ITV showing, you know?
yeah, they used to have like was it Channel 4 had Heat back in the day?
They did, yeah. Oh, Matt's bleeding out of his nose.
We're getting a
Yes, Channel 4
sharpshooter.
had a WWE deal. They also had some pay-per-views like the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. And
Yeah, some
Backlash.
good feuds coming in here, guys. That's awesome. Kenny Omega, Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I think. I mean, you got to give that one to Omega. Maybe I think Bryan will put Omega over. Omega versus Balor.
That'd be amazing,
Ooh,
actually.
nice.
Seth. That is amazing.
I think Omega would put Balor over there. Tony Khan versus Vince. Never happened. Not these days. It might have happened 10 years ago.
Omega Balor, that's great. I'm such a
Yeah.
big Omega fan.
Lucha Brothers New Day, man, that's killer. I think New Day would go over there. But what a feud, yeah.
Two of the best tag teams in the world. Why not? Why not?
I'm impressed with the Butcher and the Blade here. They've done this is the most impressive showing, I think.
They had some good early feuds. Who did they feud with? Was it LAX?
Mm.
I can't remember.
Big Dream and Big Dream feud. Bucks versus Usos, nice. I'd put the Bucks
That's
over.
good.
I'd put the Bucks over the Usos.
Yeah. But these all have to be in AEW. I don't want no WWE matches. What a great match this has been, actually. I didn't expect this to be as good as it has been.
Mm.
And this is why Dynamite's awesome, man. This is like, for me, this is better than, again, half the stuff at Extreme Rules this weekend, and that was a build-up to a massive pay-per-view, you know? And it's not, maybe it's just, I enjoy this style of wrestling more. I don't know what it is, but for me, Ollie's the same. So Ollie's been on the podcast with us before, and he left wrestling. He really fell out with it after the Fiend lost the belt to Goldberg. Like cancelled his subscription, and he just wasn't interested anymore. And he started watching AEW, and it's really excited him again. You know.
That's good. I didn't actually know that, dude. I didn't know that's why he left the. Yeah.
He'd stopped watching wrestling completely. He watched the Fiend Firefly match at WrestleMania, and that's all. And that was only because he'd heard that it was interesting. But he started watching AEW weekly because, you know. Oh, great.
Oh.
What an event, man. What an event.
Yeah, I'm quite glad we chose to do this now.
Yeah, man. Let us know if you want to see this in the future as well. If you want to join us, we can.
Yeah,
you know, if we aren't working and stuff. Oh, that sounded great. If we're not working and stuff, you know, we can try and do it if you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, I think, you know, as long as there's good conversation in the chats, man. We found this with both the pay-per-views, to be fair. Obviously, a lot of it was hit and miss, but I think I understand why people do stream live, because it's very much about the conversations you can have and the people involved. So thank you so much for joining us, the people that are with us.
Thank you.
Please tell your mates, of course, if you know mates that are wrestling fans that like this stuff. You know, we're trying to get to 300 subscribers by Christmas, so. Oh, amazing. Oh, wow.
Great. Double pins. Well played. Clap,
yeah,
clap, clap.
that was amazing.
That was a great match. What a great match. How good did the Butcher and Blade look in that as well? What a match, man. What a match.
That was ace.
What a team. I mean, they put so much on the line.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah, Channel 4 had heat on Sunday. Indeed it did. MJF versus Matt Riddle. Promos alone would be great. Yeah. That would be really good. MJF versus Randy Orton as well would be good.
Yeah.
Pure heel MJF versus Super Babyface Gargano would be great.
Nice.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like it. Yeah, I like it, guys.
Seth said that'd be awesome. It's good to see you all chatting in chat. Extreme Rules was really just a stop filler for the build to SummerSlam. It just WWE wrestling just isn't exciting me at the minute. It really isn't.
Yeah, I really haven't. I never thought I'd say that because obviously I'm a huge fan of like the Fiend and stuff like that. You know, and there's like Jeff Hardy and guys like that. But really, I'm really sad with what they've been doing so far with some great talents. You know, it was great to see Mustafa Ali back on Raw, and also actually Shelton Benjamin joining MVP. It was great to see Shelton Benjamin being used well. He's the new 24/7 champion.
They had Ron
Uh,
Simmons on, aren't they? They're looking at doing a new Nation of Domination,
yeah,
which I don't know if I like.
yeah, I think they dropped it. They dropped it for now. But yeah, I think it could be a thing.
Oh, he was looking for him. I hate this interviewer. I hate him. Oh, beat him up. Please put his head down the toilet. Put his head down the toilet. Oh, no. No, he's just beating up backstage. That was a bit of a weak kick at the end, though.
Was
Great.
oh, he's putting through the ceiling.
All this happening while Jake's just cutting a promo.
That's pretty great, actually.
Nice. I wanted him to push his head down the toilet, though. I really did.
That was good. I actually like the. I really like the Everybody Dies promos. He's taken a while to grow on me.
Well, that's it. He
as a
was great.
performer.
Did you see his match against Moxley at Wrestle Kingdom? Great, really good match. Really good match.
So Seth asked us the question, which is really cool. What's everybody's favorite AEW match ever? That's an interesting one, man. Anthony, you got one?
Oh, what a hard question.
It is.
I'd either go. I think. So favorite. I think it'd have to be Cody, Dustin Rhodes, because that was just masterfully. That was storytelling at its finest. That was phenomenal. But in terms of like other matches that have been outstanding, Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus the Young Bucks, I think, is one of the best tag matches in years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was outstanding. I think you was here when we watched that actually.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega and John Moxley, I think, was outstanding and really sort of brought something that we've not seen on our TVs for years, and I was really excited by that. I'd also say another Kenny Omega match. It seems they're all Kenny Omega matches, have you noticed? Was him and Joey Janela on Dark. They headlined one of the early on Darks in a ladder match, and it was outstanding, man. Outstanding.
Joey Janela's fantastic.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Have you got a favourite?
So my two recent favorites, Jericho and Cassidy,
Okay.
and Sonny Kiss and Cody.
So both on last week's show.
Yeah, really, really good on last week's.
All
last
the
week's show.
weeks before, wasn't it? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I think if an all time, I'd say
You haven't been watching it a lot of it though, have you? You haven't watched it religiously, like.
I watched the highlights, but yeah, I think if I was going to go for a pay per view one, I'd say Omega Moxley.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? It was
Extreme
really fun.
Rules one, yeah.
Yeah. AEW's tag division, this is Maven, is probably my fave thing on the shows as of late. It's stacked and I love it. Not only is it stacked, but the storytelling they're doing between everything is out. It's the amount of factions they've got. They're not afraid to have face factions. They're not afraid to have heel factions. It feels like a cohesive brand and not just like individual feuds going on. That's sort of my take on that. What else have we got? Extreme Rules was really just sorry we said that. My favorite ever, Cody versus Dustin. So I mean, all the matches you guys are mentioned. Seth mentioned Bucks versus Omega matches are the ones I've sort of mentioned as well. Omega versus Pac was great. Yes, it was good. I enjoyed that. And where's my tea? I'm not drinking tonight. I've got juice this evening. I mean, drinking tea, of course. It's a weeknight. It's a school day. It's school tomorrow. Okay, so I assume these are both going to be in the Women's Cup later on, so they're just building them up, which makes sense. This is Evilise's AEW singles debut. Nice. There's a lot of the time you see the women on this, or occasionally they bring in a women's match that's not sort of one of the main roster women, if you want to call them that. But they've been on Dark quite a lot, so maybe they're gonna. Even Abaddon was sort of on Dark before she debuted on Dynamite.
Absolutely.
So there must be a. Let's see. Everyone wants to be Evilise. I like it. I want to be Evilise. She's got a bit of a look of Paige's mum, don't you think?
Yeah.
Cool. Sushi says, I was about to say Janela versus Omega on the second Dart show in a lights out match, which had Omega do a running one-winged angel on a seated chair. Yeah, it was outstanding, man. And it's weird that it was on Dart because not many people have seen that, and I'll have to send you a link to it, Dom. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Jack says, "Good boy" to me for not drinking. I assume. Well, thank you.
I'm going to give you a slow clap.
Big Swole's cutting a promo halfway through the match. Don't really like that. What you saying? Okay, so Swole's not with us tonight because she's been banned for turning up late, which Tony Khan did a great tweet about actually, and for attacking Britt Baker. Tony Khan basically tweeted, she's been suspended, but also why was she turning up to work at 9 o'clock on a night, which I thought was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I don't like having a promo during the match. It takes away from the match. I want more women's promos, but do it afterwards, We've been sent this by Big Swole. You can't build up a division by doing stuff like that. Ooh. Slappity slap slap. Don't just give me all you got. Give me a whole year, Tony Schiavone, I think that was. There is a story where on an intergender match, Evilise did a shoot headbutt on Trent and knocked him out for a few seconds. Wow. Oh, no, she tried to get him in the ring and she didn't go into the ring. Is that what she did? Just a weird spot? I don't know. I mean... Oh, no, I didn't like her getting into the ring again there, man. What's that? On the apron. We're going to remember what we're doing now. Excellent. And now she's going to flop in the ring that way. What are they doing, Dom?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure about this. The matches have been really tight, really stellar so
and then they put
far.
this on, and it's
This one's not so great in my opinion.
no, it's not. I agree. They should have had, if they wanted to make a debut for Eva Lee, put her against Penelope Ford or something, you know. That kick to the spine just looked weak.
Sushi says Eva Lee was on Stone Cold's Tough Enough show. Oh, cool, man. Didn't know that.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Presenting the facts, buddy.
Sushi, you're just on it tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, mate. Appreciate it.
You are officially one of Gimme a Whole Year's historians.
Yeah, the
telling us everything we need to check out. Thank you so much, man. We've got 9 people watching. Thank you all so much for joining. If you could do us a massive favour and hit that thumbs up button, it really helps us out. Lets more people see the channel and stuff. So if you don't mind, that'd be awesome. And subscribe if you enjoy. You know what I mean?
This does seem like a legit fight, though. They've kind of made it into a proper fight, which is cool.
Really? It just feels weak to me.
I don't know, this bit's cool. The chops.
No, because they're not reacting to the chops.
They are, right?
They're not. Look at them. They're just going at each other. Ugh. Now, to do that sort of thing, you've got to earn it. Right? To have that sort of moment in a match, you've really got to earn it. And they haven't done out to earn it. Like the best examples of that sort of stuff is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who went to it a lot, but they really earned it in the match leading up to it. You know, they haven't done out to earn that. German.
Sushi, I bet you did, mate. I bet you did.
What did she do?
The sushi stunner. He invented the Stone Cold Stunner for sure.
Well, we've got a wrestling legend here who invented the cutter. Sushi is on it. Sushi is indeed on it. Yeah, mid-match promos, man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What was she was going for a crossroads there.
I mean, it was a bit weak, really. Again.
Yeah.
I mean, they've given some time. This is what people want. Oof! Surprise win.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think we all thought Eva Lee was going to... That was a shocker.
Yeah, it was.
But they did that before, and Kenny Omega's working with the women's division a lot, and they did exactly the same with Abaddon when she debuted on Dynamite. But, again, just... the problem is...
It's about the gimmicks, though. Obviously, Abaddon's got such a strong gimmick.
Well,
she can carry...
when she debuted, she was in a match against Anna Jay, I think it was. And what they did is they put on video promos prior to her coming down of Anna Jay, saying how it was her first match on Dynamite and how she... So it looked like she was going to be the winner, and then she was against an opponent, and all the matches, all the build up to it was Anna Jay in action for the first time tonight, and then Abaddon come out and beat her, and it was like this massive swerve, and I feel like they've just done that within that match. But the issue with that match is it was really messy, and when you've got so much wonderful wrestling on this show, we've had 3 awesome matches so far, even an MJF squash match, which was really entertaining.
Yeah.
And then you get like that. It's yeah. I don't know how you fix it. In time, I don't know, but it's not that I don't want to see women's matches. It's just when they're not done very well. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. So Seth says you guys are lovely blokes. Thank you, mate.
Well,
do a great
Seth,
job.
dude.
Do a great job. Thank you very much again, buddy. Thank you very much for the stream tonight. I have to go and help my father. I said stay safe, everyone. Well, thank you for that,
Oh,
Seth.
good, Seth. Well, we'll be on Twitter, man. So next time we're
Yeah.
live streaming, come and follow us on Twitter, and we'll let you know whenever that's going to happen.
And also, man, obviously, please pass on our best to your dad as well, your father. Obviously, whatever's going on, I hope you're all right. And thank you very much for joining us,
You're a
taking the
legend.
time.
Cheers, man. Thank you so much, dude. Tell Kevin Owens to do it this properly, then sushi. Yeah, sushi. Steph, thank you for joining us. Good luck and have a good night. Thank you, Jack. Maven, that was a fine match. Nothing crazy, but still decent. I wouldn't even say it was fine, Mini M. To be honest, I thought it was a mess.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with that one.
Can't wait to see what else both women do in AEW. I'm happy to see what they're doing in AEW, and the one positive I'd take from that match is that they both come off looking as strong as each other. With the red-haired lady. Sorry, I forgot her name.
Yes, you had
Diamante
and
Annalise, was it?
So Evilise, yeah.
Evilise, thank you. So they both come away looking sort of as strong as the other, but the both was a bit weak as well. Oh, so this is going to be 5 versus Adam Page. This again will be a lot of fun, I have no doubt.
They said he was coming out with Mr. Brody, but I don't see Mr. Brody.
He'll come out in a bit.
There's some dissension in the ranks apparently.
What between? Why?
In the Dark Order storyline.
Why? What dissension?
You've seen it. He just gets angry at them and chucks them about and gets.
Oh yeah, he's a tyrant like Vince McMahon, but Five's been quite good. I've seen him before. Yeah, Brody Lee will come out and do something at the end of this. But it'd be interesting to see Brody Lee and Adam Page got it. Just need to take that tag title off Adam Page and Kenny Omega now.
Yeah, absolutely. Seth says, father stage 4 bladder cancer. Sorry to hear that, mate.
Oh,
in a
dear,
country
sorry,
that does,
mate.
in a country that doesn't like masks. Well, yeah, absolutely, buddy. Obviously, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry, dude.
You do need all the good luck. So once again, good luck to you and your dad. Our best wishes, and obviously representing Jack as well.
Yeah, and thank you for you obviously you've got a lot of stuff going on in life and stuff, and but thank you for taking a little bit of time to join us. We do appreciate it, man.
And finding out about us the other day and stuff, we really appreciate. We appreciate the company more than you realise. It's the point. It's the point of doing this.
Indeed.
Really having people like yourself join us. So thank you so much.
Maven misses Adam Page. Maven's a big Adam Page fan.
Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah.
He's very good.
The problem with this type of match is already. I mean, I suppose it's a wrestling trope now, isn't it? It's like Adam Page is going to win.
What you mean, so like Drew and Dolph?
Well, no, because they've got a rematch now, and there's a lot of talk about Dolph taking the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah, a lot of talk in your own head with the voices in your own head.
For the shock, I hear voices in my head.
You are right. In terms of the match, we know what's going to happen. But what you don't know what's going to happen is how this is going to advance a story. So I guarantee you, before the end of this match is over, there will be something that advances a story. And I'm assuming that'll be of Brody Lee and Colt Cabana, which I think has been a really interesting story recently.
Yeah, that's it.
I care about Colt Cabana. How did AEW do that?
Yeah, what about Brody Lee and Colt Cabana challenging for the tag titles?
Yeah, it could be. That's what I'm saying. There is not only is this just a match, there will be a reason for that match.
Yeah, actually, good point. I'd love to see. Excuse me. I'd love to see Colt Cabana.
What was that?
It was a cough and a laugh. I would love to see Colt Cabana get some gold, like a tag team title. Because what they're doing with Colt in the Dark Order is they're having that old school kind of, he's not joining the faction, but he is. But he realizes it's probably best for him to join the faction, but then he becomes a slave. So what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to have Brody Lee and Colt Cabana win the tag titles, maybe, and then eventually they're going to have Colt rebel against the Dark Order when he realizes that they're brainwashed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Colt is, for whatever you think of Colt Cabana, he's a classic wrestling kind of face. He is the innocent,
smiley guy.
proud, decent dude.
But it's all been done so maturely, though. I think that's what I really like about it. It's been done real. It's not like real in your face. It's not like it's like it's manipulation, shown in a way,
totally. Yeah, no, I do agree. It's very well done. This whole Dark Order stuff, and it wasn't always supposed to. It didn't always look it was going to be that way. You know
No,
what
man,
I mean?
no. It was one thing that no one really liked at the
It's
start.
definitely reinvigorated my interest in the Dark Order. I just wanna pipe in on the chat. So Oni Larkin and Timothy Thatcher on NXT. I've got a lot of time for both of those guys. Me too, Maven as well. Jack, excuse me, are you taking Timothy Thatcher over Boston's own Oni Larkin? Dude, where you at? What's going on? Come on, mate. Got to support Boston's finest in Oni. Given our history, I don't understand what you're doing there. But Timothy Thatcher is a bit of a bad bottom. So yeah, I guess from a purely wrestling standpoint, I'd probably have Timothy Thatcher win as well.
I think I missed this from Sushi earlier. He says Anna Jay is pretty green. Abaddon is a favourite only because she acknowledges me on Twitter with gifts. Nice. You are one lucky dude. Would you date Abaddon, Dom?
Anthony, answer that question for me.
The names would work. Abaddon.
It would. It would. Anthony, you know me well enough to answer that question yourself.
Oh, you'd pay for it. Is your answer?
Shut up.
Adam Page, I missed him being on TV. Drew won't lose it in a crowdless match. I don't think there's no chance he'll lose it, but Dom will still think he will.
Dolph is the greatest. Well, maybe not the greatest. One of the greatest of all time. Better than Shawn Michaels. So,
So Dom,
take that for what you will.
We was talking about earlier about how this match is pointless and we know who is going to win. But again, the Dark Order's now come out, haven't they? And do you see what I mean? It's already not about just this match. It's about telling a bigger story. And NXT is terrible for putting on matches for matches' sake.
Yeah, where is Colt Cabana though?
He's not out with them at the minute. I think we could be seeing Elite versus Dark Order, which makes sense. And that would be a distraction from FTR versus Young Bucks, which they need to have because they've done the tease now. But they can't go into it until they've got a crowd, really. You need a crowd for that match because it deserves it, And there's no rush, is there? Sushi says Abaddon could sacrifice me anytime.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, Sushi. man, when you grow up part of the subculture we grew up part of, there's a very definite type that we go for, and it speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Like we were goths when we were growing up, so in fact we're still probably a bit goth now. So
true, Boston strong. It reminds me of Austin. Hashtag Boston strong. Better than HBK. Man. Are you drunk, Dom?
No, mate. I've maintained that over months, haven't I, Anthony? I've always said that. That's what I say about Dolph.
He maintains it, yeah. He's permanently drunk on something,
Dolph
to be honest.
Dolph will put people over. Dolph will make people look $1 million, and he can get the job done in the ring. He is better than Shawn Michaels as an all-rounder.
Shut up.
He will put people over. He will make people look amazing, and he will do a good job in the ring.
I like the way that one member of Dark Order, who was doing it last week, he's wearing Brody Lee's jacket. Did he have them tattoos before? That's interesting. I don't know.
I know, I hadn't thought
No, I
about
don't
that.
think he has actually. I don't think he did have them before.
He's really good, this kid, though.
He's
5.
alright, he's 5. Yeah, I've seen him in a match before. I assume he's done stuff on Dark, but I just don't get time to watch Dark as well. I should watch it more. I really should, because I love the product.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch that. It looks like there was some good matches this week.
Evil Uno's great. He's
Oh,
good on Twitter as well, man.
his Twitter game is
He's spot
incredible.
on. It is
Incredible.
spot on.
You see the was it when during the swamp match? In fact, he did it for the Undertaker AJ one as well. When the goons come out, he's like, "That's not us."
Yeah, he does. Yeah, brilliant, hilarious. Adam Page is looking great here as well, man. It's good to see Adam Page in singles.
Oh, that bend was cool.
Yeah, man. Adam Page is looking like a real face here as well.
Yes, to be fair, Dolph did have a deafening pop when cashing in, and if he won the title, I mean, not
How many years
now,
ago was that, Dom?
years ago, but still, it still counts. He's still a former world champion. You can't take that away from him.
There we go. Powerbomb to win. Nice to see a different. Oh, the Dark Order don't look happy. It's a shame we've not seen Evil Uso and Stu Grayson in the ring more.
Mm.
Obviously they were the original Dark Order, and you don't see them in the ring anymore, which is a shame. Maybe on Dark again.
Yeah, Uno does get Twitter, man.
Say again, sorry.
Jack just says Uno gets Twitter. Absolutely.
Oh, he does, man.
One of the best in wrestling at the moment. Twitter, Evil Uno.
Oh, here he is. Nice. Oh, he's doing such a good job, Colt Cabana.
And it's Colt Cabana as well. Yeah.
Brody Lee is looking swish in that suit, man.
Yeah, this is such
Look at that. That's the type of suit I want for my wedding, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if I'm gonna get a suit, I'm gonna get one like that. That's beautiful.
I'm buying you a suit like that.
Oh,
Totally.
mate. Oh, dude.
As the
Nice.
best man for my wedding, you get a suit bought for you.
Beautiful.
Oh, he's gonna try and. Perfect. Because Adam Page is a lost soul at the minute, which leads someone like Brody Lee to step in to try and recruit him. See? This is perfect. Because Adam Page is constantly being abandoned by the elite and their attitude. Cult. Is it the cult of Cornette or the cult of Brody Lee? What's going to happen?
Wow.
I can't remember the other tag team they've got with them, the other two, but they're a tag team originally. great.
Mm.
And the Elite ain't gonna come and help him because they're too slow. But FTR, wow. And they've got beers with them.
And you got Bay. Nice. Very well done.
Exactly.
Ah, clever. Yeah, I like that.
And here comes Omega, but he's not as quick as FTR were. Do you see what I mean, Dom? Like at the start of this, you said this match is stupid. We know who's
Yeah,
winning,
yeah.
but it's everything else about it, and that all like makes complete sense. Omega was late to help him. FTR were the first to come down with the beers. Adam Page is staying face. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Cody, they're all going to be heel,
Yeah.
and Page is going to join FTR and fight Omega and the Young Bucks with FTR.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, that's
And
some good booking, man.
Adam Page, because Arn Anderson's going to disagree with them being heels, so he's going to leave and he's going to join FTR as well, along with Tully
Nice.
Anderson. So you're probably going to
Nice.
have Adam Page, FTR, and maybe Sean Spears as the new Four Horsemen.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
It just writes
I like
itself, you know?
It does. It very much does here. Yeah. So CM Punk's been offered a title contract with AEW. Yes, it's true. But he was going to cost too much money. So yeah, but he'd be working with Colt. I'm not sure about that, dude, because I heard they made up. I heard they made up last year. So hopefully, um, that'll be good. Hopefully that relationship has been repaired. I did hear that had happened. So we've got Hikaru Shida for next week versus Diamante.
Yay!
Oh man, you've got your tag match Tornado as well. So no tags. Tornado tag match. Darby Allin, Moxley, Cage, Starks. That's a good card for next week.
It's a good card, man.
Dude, I might do this again.
I tell you, man, AEW's just great every week.
Yeah, I might do this again. That's a good card, that. Absolutely. That's a really good card. Right. So I'm going to... Oh, no. Wait. I was about to hit the bathroom, but I think... Are we going?
Super Kick Party. You think FTR getting close to Page to mess with him just to get close to the tag titles? No, I don't, Sushi. And the reason I don't is because I don't think FTR are heels. They've done nothing heelish, and I think when we get FTR and the Young Bucks are going to be the heel in that, and I think that subverts expectations slightly as well. Because
So
everyone expected, we've all seen how good the Revival are as heels, and we all know the style works wonderfully as heels.
Yeah.
But I think that them as performers are enjoying the challenge of being faces as well, and they're doing great at it, you know.
Absolutely right, dude. On that note, I'm just gonna nip to the bathroom. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, dude.
Take back into.
Sushi says Cultaholic. It's Hull. You get it? Had a good theory with the recent temper of Cody and the recent Tully camera shots of him watching the Cody matches. They think the new Horseman is Spears, FTR, and Cody with a heel turn. Yes, Cody also mentioned that in an interview as well. Yeah, maybe. I don't sort of want Cody in it. I know that he's got the sort of history with Dusty, but I just feel like I just want it to be a bit more fresh than that. And I actually think Adam Page is a leader of that, or the Ric Flair of that, is a great direction to go because he's such a fresh star as opposed to Cody. But you know, either way, look, the thing about AEW is we don't know how it'll go, but whichever way it goes, they've thought about it enough for it to make sense, and that's why the storytelling's brilliant. You know, there's so many people that are constantly slagging off AEW, and I'm like, do you watch the product? Do you realize how entertaining are 2 hours of wrestling? If you're going to watch 2 hours of wrestling a week and you don't have time for anything else, watch AEW. But instead, people are more likely to talk about how it's all these silly moves and it's all showy show and stuff like that. And I don't think the product is actually. I don't think there is as much as that as people are letting on. I think there's some really good, solid wrestling storytelling, and that's what I want in my goddamn wrestling. The Made Up. Oh my god, that's actually excellent. Who made up? The yeah, I also think Young Bucks will be the heel. Yeah, Maven man. I think we've talked about that on your channel a few times as well when I popped into chat. I would replace Spears for Page. Yeah, yeah, Spears. That'd be good. Spears, Cody, and FTR. That'd really feel like a dominant faction, more so than Spears. I feel. But then, even like the Horsemen, it was always sort of Ric Flair, Tully and Arn, and someone else. There was quite a lot of other people that were Horsemen throughout history. So interesting, man. Interesting. Thank you all so much for joining us, dudes. I do appreciate it. Hulkamaniacs we are. We are Hulkamaniacs. Here comes our main event. This is cool. Cody in it seems a bit cliche unless he's leave for a month and get him out. FCR get him out. Yeah, maybe. I do think it's a little cliche, but like Sushi says, if you was to have Paige in it and have him as the leader as opposed to Cody, and even sort of some, I think that'd be interesting. I think people would really go for Adam Page in that situation. Welcome back, Dom.
Hey. So I'm just catching up with Sushi's comment about the Horseman. That's cool. I get that.
Yeah, he was suggesting to have Page and Cody as opposed to Spears, and actually that could work really well.
Yeah, absolutely. But then does Spears? So Spears would be in there. Yeah, that would make sense because then Page wouldn't have to be heel. So yeah, that works.
Yeah, maybe. But Page would be a great face for it as well, though. Maybe it might end up being Omega. Who knows, man? But whatever happens, it will all make sense because that's what they do. I think it would be interesting with Cody being more like Flair, who is an eternal rival of Dusty. The internal struggle of it is interesting. I think Cody needs to turn heel soon, even though he's one of the best babyfaces on the planet.
Yeah.
Look at him looking for the orange juice. That's hilarious. He's got his Lucille with him.
Do you think that Cassidy and Jericho feud is going to continue?
Yeah, definitely. With that happening last week, yeah. It also drew a lot of numbers as well, and the promos didn't building up to it, but the match did. Actually, it was a really good match.
It was, yeah.
I don't think it was the best match Jericho's ever done, but it was good, really good. But I said to you ages ago, didn't I, man? Like, do you remember I did that Orange Cassidy video? Like, before we had that first, channel, yeah. It did, yeah. And I was like, the money match is Jericho and Orange Cassidy because Jericho will have some real fun with it. And actually, what surprised me most about that match is it was a really serious, well done wrestling match.
Yeah.
Punk and Colt made up. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that definitely happened. Why did you question? Did you question me, Anthony?
Who?
Did you question my sources? Because I was. I said originally I was like they did make up, right. And then yes, that was the thing because they had a conversation last year because of all the court stuff.
Your sources.
Yeah, after the court stuff, they made up.
Cool.
I really like Jurassic Express. I really like Marco Stunt too.
Marco Stunt's great.
Did a really cool interview with Chris Van Vliet where he was honest about his career and how people have said certain things, negative things, and how he's dealt with that. I think it's quite motivational for young people who go through the same stuff in terms of bullying, and also he talks about his scoliosis and things that have held him back. And it's really interesting to chat. Really interesting chat. about how you kind of persevere through negative energy, negative stuff. So Sushi's got a recommendation. What am I lying
Yeah,
about?
Maven's the only one with the sauces.
Sauces.
You keep talking about your sauces. Your sauces, my sauces. My sauces tell me that Copacabana and Punk are made up.
I've never actually
My
said
sauces said. My
I've, ne-
sauces said.
I've never actually said anything about sauces.
You said it several times.
No, I
You
didn't.
yes, you did. You started. That's why Maven's commenting. You said my sauces, my sauces.
My sauces. Um,
Um,
I wish I did have some sauces. I wish I had like a bacon sandwich right now.
dude, I had a Nando's earlier, and
Oh,
it bent my mouth off. I can't handle heat at all.
did you get a Deliveroo? Did you Deliveroo it?
Yeah, I did a delivery.
Oh yeah,
We had
man.
like a £7 off voucher.
Yeah, man. I love. I told you about mine the other day, didn't I?
What's
We
that?
have my Deliveroo Nando's.
Yes, yeah.
Bloody great. We're not being paid by Deliveroo or Nando's, but
What
we
sides
are.
did you get, Dom?
Corn on the cob and
Oh,
the peri peri chips, man.
that
Whoa.
was Jake Hager trying a bit too much. And the peri peri chips. That's exactly the side Sarah gets. I go for the macho peas. Oh yeah, and the broccoli. Delicious. You wouldn't tell that looking at me because I look fat.
You don't look too fat.
I have had a shave
Yeah,
and
you
an
look good.
undercut.
Well, I saw that. I've seen you.
Yeah,
You're looking fresh.
fresh, lockdown fresh. Jericho's destroying Luchasaurus's leg. Maven says, "Stop lying, Dom. You have no sauces."
I do not have any sauces.
You
I
don't
do
have
not
no
have any tomato ketchup.
sauces.
I have
Jack
no.
says sauces as in ketchup and daddies. Ketchup and daddies. What's daddies?
That's
Hello,
another.
Daddy.
It's a brown sauce.
Oh, brown sauce. Oh, okay. Maven won't have even heard of brown sauce. I assume. Is that a thing in America?
I think it's a thing. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Let us know if you've had brown sauce, Maven. They had some digestive biscuits on the show the other night, and there was
Excuse me.
they've never had digestive biscuits before. Oh,
Yeah,
look at the leg bend on that. Well played. Nando's for the win, indeed. I'm a total punk mark in case anyone was confused. No, that's all good, man.
Yeah, get yourself a Nando's, mate. Nando's Deliveroo, mate. Don't even have to leave the house. Do you get Deliveroo out where you are? Or no, obviously you're not. I don't know whether are you particularly central? I can't remember.
Oh no.
Oh man, I really want a Nando's now. I'm gonna have to get one for breakfast.
Breakfast Nando's.
Breakfast Nando's, yeah.
Dude, what? No, our last bought me some Nando's. I was dead happy.
Alas.
Alas.
Nando's.
My scary.
Mate, we can we could never call this the Gimme the Yorkshire podcast because we're so different. We're so definitely and defiantly. Who's the daddy?
Who's the daddy? Brown sauce. Daddy's is excellent. I'm not a fan of brown sauce. Well, I don't mind it, but I'm not a fan. I wouldn't choose to have it.
I'd rub it. I could rub it on anything. Brown sauce.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar's nice too. So I love Luchasaurus too.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, this is an interesting matchup. It just hasn't been built very well.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Here's a question for all of you. So Jungle Boy's a different story, because he's the son of Luke Perry. He can change his gimmick and stuff. Well, I suppose Luchasaurus can as well, but Luchasaurus is very popular. So, is there a glass ceiling for Luchasaurus because he's a beefy dude, very talented, but he dresses like a dinosaur?
No, but I don't think there is, and I'll tell you why. Because AEW is what's going on. Oh, I thought that was Jericho and Hager in the role then from Marco's done with the head scissor. The because AEW is not WWE, and I think that they'd quite happily. So the glass ceiling for Luchasaurus, maybe the TNT Championship, definitely tag team champions. They could definitely do that. But I don't think that's a bad glass ceiling to have. I think he could be in a main event. I don't know if I'd give him the championship, but he could certainly be in a main event.
But why? But why wouldn't you give him the
Oh,
championship?
Jake's bleeding.
He has the perfect.
Who's
He has,
watching there? Sorry, go on.
he has the perfect vibe. Oh, Matt Hardy's watching.
Was it Matt Hardy?
Yeah.
Looked
He
like
has the
Sting.
yeah. He has the perfect vibe. He has the perfect body type, perfect skill set. So why not a WWE championship? Is it because he's a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Not the WWE championship. Sorry, the AEW championship. Excuse me.
I don't know if you give him the right story, he could, and I won't put it past him. It just needs the right story. But AEW, if the fans are behind it enough, they'll make changes.
Right.
They're not Vince. They're not tied by these wrestling rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, fair enough. Why is Matt Hardy out here then? Why is he sat?
He must be ready to start a feud with Jericho properly. Maybe they're gonna do.
But what? But what? Because Cassidy's in a feud with Jericho.
Yeah, but Jericho needs. Maybe they want to hold off on Cassidy for a little bit and have Matt Hardy prior to him going in the fight with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, they're still doing the Mike Tyson thing. Do you think?
Yeah, they're doing it all out. Yeah, the money match, baby.
I don't know if you're going to hold off on it because of the speaking out stuff, but then I guess who knows.
Speaking out, why is Tyson
Well,
being?
Mike Tyson's got a lot of history.
Oh, does
Man.
he? I don't really know his
Obviously,
history, man.
yeah, tons, man, decades of history, but a while ago. Probably it was like decades of history, but about a decade ago.
Right.
So when his career was at the highest, he a lot of problems.
Not good. But no, I still think they'll do it. Yeah. I'm east end, but right where it gets all crimey, so some deliveries don't go my way. There might be one, but only because this is such a different gimmicky. Hardy has beef with Pride and Powerful. Yeah, of course he does. Thank you, Sushi. He has beef with Proud and Powerful, and also obviously he's the manager of the Private Party,
Fine.
or helping Private Party. I don't know if I call him a manager.
Yeah, that I would be all for that. I am not a fan of Jim Cornette's thinking. He might
Jim
be.
Cornette hates AEW, so give Luchasaurus a step and Jim might explode. Yeah.
He might be very, very clever and he might have a mind for the business, but he refuses to evolve with the times. That's Jim Cornette's issue.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette gives an opinion of an 80s and 90s guy to modern day content, which is entertaining for lots of people and why his podcast does very well. But he doesn't, he doesn't understand what it's like to be a wrestler, and he never understood what it's like to be a wrestler. Especially not a young wrestler today, and he just makes comments and judgments based on his 80s and 90s viewpoint. So that's my issue with Jim Cornette.
Yeah. I think my issue with Luchasaurus is bleeding heavily from the ear. I think my issue with Cornette is that you're right, but I also think he has some very valid points, as well, and certainly is a wrestling historian. And
You mean like me and you?
No, he's way more than us, dude. And so I appreciate his opinion, and I think some of what he's saying is right. I think there has to be a little more control. Oh, come on, Jericho. I think some of what he says is right, and sometimes he's just an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. And sometimes it's really entertaining to listen to. No, I do agree with some of his opinions on wrestling psychology. I think tag matches, not being tag matches, is a bit annoying, and it's one of the things that AEW, while they have incredible matches, they don't follow the rules enough sometimes of tag matches, and that, whilst
Yeah.
exciting, it's a little bit, you know. Sushi says, sorry, yeah. Oh, we ain't got any new comments. Fair enough.
Nice little kick up from Jungle Boy there. Good
Yeah, man.
stuff. Real big fan of Jungle Boy at the moment. I think he's
He's
great.
great. He's great. What do you think about Hager?
I mean, he deserves a second go round in pro wrestling. It's a good platform for him. I've never been a great fan of his work, to be honest,
Hmm.
but he deserves to be there.
He needs. I feel like he needs a lot more ring time at the minute. I feel he feels a bit stiff. Oh, these two have got an ongoing feud as well. Aubrey and Jericho. Oh, go on, Aubrey. Go on, Aubrey. Aubrey's amazing, man.
Yeah,
I
she's
love her
fantastic.
and Jericho's feud.
She's amazing.
She is. She's great. She's really entertaining as well. She does the AEW Dynamite podcast, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Unrestricted. That's it. Jim, I'm so split on. He reminds me of a reversed AE podcast. He doesn't do context, and everything has to be one way. Exactly. A lot of his points are completely valid, but require a discussion as opposed to a
Yeah.
definite point of view. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Jack. He's an amazing source of knowledge, but very much so he's very
Yes.
one-sided
Yeah.
in his viewpoints.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love for him to be in AEW because he'd hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jungle Boy can't make it.
Sushi says, I think they kind of ruined Hager by making him talk. Quite a presence during the Inner Circle promos
He
by just
did.
standing there. Yes,
He
absolutely.
did.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised his wife isn't out there with him, because it seemed like she was getting more involved at the. Was that at the Double or Nothing when his wife come out, or was that on Dynamite?
Yeah, it was Double or Nothing, I think.
I think it was Dynamite as well.
You forget, of course, he was a former WWE champion.
Oh yeah, but it just feels. I get that he's obviously been fighting in Bellator.
Yeah, the MMA thing, yeah.
Yeah, but he just looks. He doesn't seem to flow very well in the ring for me at the minute. It's just, maybe he just needs a bit more time because he's just having these sort of big matches as opposed to loads of matches, you know.
Oh, nice. Love that DDT. Love that stuff. Jungle Boy's ace.
Yeah, man. Obviously, this. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. Obviously, this would have been Sammy Guevara and Jericho. If Sammy
yeah.
Guevara was
Less sex gods.
I don't think they'll call themselves that anymore, do you? Oh, that was a chop and a half. It burns. Hager, I never really give time of day in the WWE. Here he's having fun. I think most of the wrestlers are having fun on AEW. You know? Why did Jericho walk into that? That made no sense. Nice. I love the tail whip. He's got such long legs. It genuinely
Oh,
feels like a dinosaur whipping its tail and hitting someone's face. I love it, man.
yeah, yeah.
Great stuff. Jim Ross. There he goes. Sushi says the first inner circle stick with the interviews was great. When they cut to Hager, expecting him to talk, but he didn't, and just stared at the camera until the next cut. They did. You're right. It was great. I think he needs a manager, doesn't he, Hager? And his wife
Yeah.
could probably do it really well. She seemed really charismatic. Oh, knee to face.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think Jungle Express is winning this.
I don't think so, mate.
I don't, yeah. Oh, I do. It's a tag match. His Bellator fight was so one-sided. I've not seen it, to be honest, Jack. Wow. Who's that dude?
Serpentico.
Why did he do that?
He's very much a dark guy, is Serpentico. So it's interesting to see him in this
Is he
role.
joining the inner circle?
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Why not? Oh no, that's Sammy Hager.
What?
That'll be Sammy Hager. Not Sammy
Sammy
Hager,
who?
Sammy Guevara.
I don't think it will, mate.
Why?
We know about it by now. We know about it by now.
No, that could be Sammy Guevara dressed as Pentagon.
I don't know about that, man. We would. I think they'd have to be. They'd have had to.
Why would you know? This is like the first time it's been shown.
There had to have been a statement, man, because of the necessary thing. They would have had to have released a statement about him coming back. I would have assumed.
I am ready to stick my fingers up at the camera at you for being so wrong. Who is it? Sammy Guevara. Dankeschön.
All right. Nice.
Obviously, he's been through his counselling and stuff. That's fair enough. That's great. And what a return for him. What a clever way of doing it as well.
Nice. Clever.
Yeah.
How long has he been out for? How long has he was away for?
About 4 weeks. But I mean, look, what he did was he said something really silly. He apologized for it. I mean, they've put him in counselling. Like, how long's the right time to be off for? I mean, do you know what I mean? Has he not done what he needed to do?
Mm.
Sammy Hager, Maven's laughing at my Maven. In my defense, it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. Oh, there we go. That's the match next week. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I'd watch that. I'd watch
All
that.
5 of them.
Should
All
we,
5.
Should we?
That's read between the lines. That's the inner circle right there. Awesome.
Nice.
I enjoyed that.
Mm.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I might even do next week actually.
Yeah, well, let us know. Let us know in the comments now, or send us a tweet and let people know you enjoyed the shows, something like that. And if you want to see us do it next week, we'll quite happily join you, as long as as long as circumstances don't change too much, because obviously I don't know what's happening with my work right now, but
Of course,
if
yeah,
I was to get
same.
called back in, I think it would be quite difficult for me to guarantee.
Yeah, same.
Let's have a look at the comments. I really enjoyed that. Serpentico John Cruz definitely has a different body shape. Also explains why the weird camera cut to Matt Hardy, probably waiting for Sammy to show up. Bellator fight was practically against a town drunk. They might redo the Sammy versus Hardy stuff now. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Sammy sells so well for Hardy. Sammy makes Hardy look like he's 10 years younger, you know, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. So Maven, what would you have? What would you prefer? Did you prefer NXT or did you prefer Dynamite? Is my question to you before we finish up.
And I know what the right answer is, Maven. The Sushi says they might read. Oh, sorry, yeah. Jack says fantastic. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been great fun.
And Maven, by the way, the correct answer is come and watch our review show, which is going live in 10 minutes to find out. Oh, she said Dynamite. You see, she's just giving you spoilers. That's why more of the Wrestle Story folks should come here, just for the spoilers for the Wrestle Story.
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us, Maven, and thank you to everyone in chat. Like whether it's whether you're watching this in the future or not, you know, drop a comment down below, like the video. It lets us know that you're enjoying this and want to see more. You know.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Maven says, "Well, I meant that too. Come watch us. What time are you going live, Maven?" She said it blew NXT out the water. You might be working Wednesday, Thursday. Cool, Jack, but we appreciate you coming down anytime you can, my friend. So, you know, find out if you are, and if you're free, feel free to. Maven says, "Come and watch us." What time are you going live, Maven, so we can send people to you? Did you enjoy watching Dynamite? Have you ever watched a Dynamite before?
Yeah, I have done, but when it first started, I think so. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. Yeah. It was actually really great to see Sammy back, actually. So
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like what you can't. Part of the issue is it all come out during this sort of terribleness of speaking out, and there's all these serious crimes against people that have happened, and Sammy didn't commit a crime. He said something really stupid. And we've all done that at various times. And AEW had to react to it, and they did react to it. But that doesn't mean that he should be off TV for 6 months while it's not, do you know what I mean? He's been told off. He's been told off. He's done his time, and yeah. Maven says within the next 10 minutes, so go subscribe to the Wrestle Story. And Maven is flying solo tonight, so the more people that are in chat, the easier it'll be for her to talk.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you guys so much.
We'll see sign you us out, mate.
Hopefully next week. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm going to trust everybody on the other side is doing this with us. But 3, 2, 1. Give me a whole yeah.
Give me a whole yeah, indeed. Take it easy, everyone.
This is Broken Matt Hardy. Thank you for watching the Gimme a Whole Yeah Wrestling Podcast.